Well, hello, everybody. Hope everybody had a great day. We got Memorial Day tomorrow. First truck. Um, I hope everybody's doing well. Not a whole lot new going on. We got to get in there and cook some food soon. But other than that, we're just chilling. Not sure where we left off exactly. We had, let's see, a few nights ago, Big D lost his shit. That was interesting. David came up the next night, talked my ear off. I even talked to be honest. But David, if you're out there and listening, don't come up. I don't want to talk to you. Raccoon Man is still alive and well. That's good. Queen Bee, DJ, doing good. Becca's doing good. Yeah, everything's good. I don't have a whole lot to talk about. The title, though. Now, I don't know if any of you guys know who David Lee Roth is. He was the first lead singer for Van Halen, and I mean, yeah, either you like Van Halen or you don't, kind of a thing. Whatever, it is what it is. But some people think he was the greatest front man of all time out there, and maybe so. I mean, he was kind of interesting, but whatever happened to him? Oh, Jesus Christ! Here we go. Really?
Aren't you kind of label it?
What? I said I didn't want you up here. What are you doing?
When did you ever listen back in the day?
So what are you doing, man? You're not at work.
Listening to you talk about how you're going to be a Michigan man. Were you drinking the IPA?
Yeah.
Which one?
The Lagunitas, little something.
Oh yeah, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah. Oh, they're not very strong, like 6% or something.
Were you becoming a teetotaler?
Am I becoming a what?
A teetotaler.
No. I don't know what that is.
Someone who doesn't dabble in alcohol or the crystal methamphetamine.
Yeah. Well, one I dabble in, one I don't. I think you know the answer.
Anyway, we'll let the audience come to their own conclusions.
Hey, you know what? What is it called? Kraken. You know what I'm talking? Kratom. Yeah.
Yeah, over on that farm, they're all hooked on that.
Are they, what farm? What are you talking about?
Talking about Roadhog.
No, I don't know how you had a falling out with them.
Making that motherfucker homeless. But anyway. Hey, you want to come live on my farm when I own a farm?
You're never going to own a farm.
How do you know?
Because you look at all the work that has to be done, and you would shy away. Like, no, you would look at, I got to feed the chickens. I got to get off the couch to feed the chickens. No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about legal stuff. Never mind.
No. I'm not even going there.
The Illinois courts, I can own a farm.
Yeah, you could probably own a farm in now all 50 states, David, but I know you.
Well, no, I got to do it in this one because of the way the law works.
I mean, you'd go out to milk a cow and fucking freak out.
Well, fuck milking the cow. I'm gonna strip mine that bitch. There might be some rare earth minerals there I can sell to Elon Musk for $10.
Elon Musk. My parents don't like him. They're like you, a fucking Democrat.
I'm not a fucking Democrat. What the fuck you talking about, dumbass?
Yeah, you are.
No, not by any goddamn means.
What have you been doing on YouTube lately? Anything?
If anything, I'd be more like some warlord from feudalist Japan.
Oh, you be like Bubbo Haram from Africa?
I'll get my 27 Ronin to avenge my death.
Maybe.
Well, maybe I would.
You have a lot of avenging to do. You're not getting to any of
Well,
it.
I've been in YouTube jail because I've been giving Ricky Crude a lot of sad feels.
Oh, really? Oh, tell me all about it.
Well, I'm just saying Ricky Crude's getting a lot of sad feels from me about him having no parents because his mom was a hoe and his dad was a John and fucking
You don't have
being
any
broke
parents
ass.
either.
He was pissed off. He was pissed off that I found $300 at a bus stop. Then some lady at fucking Walmart, because I held the door for her, gives me $5. Now, if that ain't the Lord providing for those who deserve it, I don't know what is. That's $305. It was free, man. I think I'll fucking splurge and get me some 55%. Fuck you doing? Is this thing froze up? You froze up. Okay, he was froze up because of his Obama phone. Swear to God, in between him and fucking Ricky, them and their goddamn Obama phones. You know, someday on eBay, you're going to be seeing Obama phones for like $500. It's going to say antique or vintage. It's probably going to be some bullshit made by Richard Branson. And Virgin Mobile. Fuck that guy, too. He's probably some kind of fucking chomo from Epstein Fantasy Fuck Island. Fucking Rex Fredrickson and goddamn Ricky'd go if they could get an invite. Fucking Mouse, he don't know when to fucking quit. Oh, okay. They got a total THC ban now in Texas, so your fucking Delta 8 gonna be illegal, Ricky. You fucking loser. See, and I'm not even up here getting on Derek about being a woman beater. It's kind of old, really. She's all fucked up in the head, so she ain't gonna ever admit that this guy shouldn't be putting his fucking hands on her. But hey, you know what? They put their hands on each other, so it's kind of I would consider it not even really him being a woman beater. It would be more mutual combat. But anyway, where do we digress from THC and fucking Ricky and his bullshit? Hey, but that's all right. It's all good in the hood. This raccoon man ditched me last time. I mean, I was talking about normal shit, fucking linear amps and shit. He's like bowed out. I don't know. I just fucking philosophical shit, fucking aches and pains, and doctors. I don't want to hear that fucking crap. 53 fucking years old. It's bad enough there's a bunch of other old people around that do that shit. This guy should be burning up all his money on fucking hookers and cocaine, really. I'm not trying to say that to be a dick to him, but I'm just saying, man. Your wizard, your life force is running out. He doesn't know anything about Gauntlet. Come on, Derek. Why the fuck am I carrying your stupid show? Oh, that was freaky. Fucking cough. Still says it's live. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Oh, there you're back.
Yeah, I think I should end this and just come back in an hour. Let my phone charge up because that's what it does. But
Well, I kept it going.
huh?
I kept it going.
Oh, you
I
did?
reached it.
You
I
talking mad
reached
shit
into
about me?
my. No. I reached into my very clean backpack that also has my perfectly preserved passport in it, and I got my
Mhm.
33-page manifesto, and I was reading that.
You know, passports expire.
Unless it's been on a 9/11 plane, they don't, or MH370.
No, I didn't think they expired, but they've been telling me that they expire now.
Why are you gonna get smart and go to Ukraine and get you a nice Ukrainian girl that's tired of getting
Yeah.
bombed?
Yep.
And then she'll be the love slave that Ricky wishes he had.
Why would the Russians bomb a beautiful forest?
No, I'm talking about a girl, a Ukrainian girl.
Yeah, I'll take her to the forest of Ukraine.
Well, you're supposed to bring her back here. Just make sure she's over the
Oh, is
age of
that
18. Don't be like fucking Ricky and get him at 14, 15, 16. Like Rex.
okay.
I was telling everybody, I go, what you done, the whole woman beater thing. I go, at least you're not a fucking chomo like they are.
Peter, dude? What are you? God, you still are fucking
Well,
with
I
that?
didn't even, I kind of retracted that because I go with you guys putting your hands on each other. Really, it's mutual combat. So there again, it's really not domestic violence from a legal
Okay.
perspective. And that kind of usually how mutual combat. I don't know if they have that in Michigan. Did I look that up?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know they don't have it here. I'm talking about people putting their hands on each other. I was giving you a compliment by saying at least you're not a fucking chomo like Rex or Rick.
Well, are you? Is that? I don't
Well,
understand the
no, I don't.
correlation because I
Well,
don't know what you're
I was
talking.
just telling. I'm just telling you about the shit I was talking about while you were gone.
Oh, you were calling me a
I
chomo, and
no, I was for all people's faults. I was saying, for your faults, at least you're not a fucking chomo like Rick and Rex.
oh, Rex. What's this last Frederickson?
Frederickson, Mouse.
Yeah, beware about that guy. Yeah, I remember him.
I said, at least you're not a fucking chomo like him. Although I think one time your friend DJ did go crazy. Say, oh, I'm going to tell the sheriff Rick's going to rape my kids. All his fucking kids are grown men that been to the fucking sandbox and back. I don't think they're worried about some one-legged man mouth fucking them. I'm sure they'll be able to handle themselves. Unless he was just like being not hysterical, or being
All right.
sadder.
Can we talk about grown-up stuff now? Because
Like
I
what?
don't. Well,
I'm in here fucking getting stoned by myself.
yeah,
Trying to
that's what I was doing when I
carry.
went offline there for a second. I just loaded up the bowl and took a couple hits.
Hey, you know what? There's no THC in Texas anymore. That means even Ricky's Delta 8 goes away.
Really? Why are they banning weed? And what about what's Joe Rogan gonna do? What the fuck?
Well, see, the problem with Texas is there's still too many of the uh, King James Bible crowd, good old boy network, the old
Yeah,
oil
yeah,
money, and
yeah.
they don't want to. They're not willing to make money off of weed like the youngsters are.
Yeah,
The
okay.
new up and coming J.R. Ewings of cannabis.
So
Well, come on. Wouldn't you want to be on the ground floor of legal cannabis in fucking Texas?
no, I tried it up here. My parents were like, "No, we're not gonna help you with that."
You
Back
go
when-
you
like,
go you go in a fucking neighborhood like Rick's. Everything that ain't gonna be fucking nailed down is gonna be stolen and to be used to be standing in line at that goddamn dispensary like they're for the latest iPhone.
dude, like 15 years ago when they legalized it here, and I was in college and shit. I'm like, why don't I just grow plants? I can grow up to 12. Apparently, at the limit was 12 at the time. So I could make money off of this. No, 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 no.
You can't even take care of turtles for shit. How you gonna grow fucking weed? Although the weed really likes that turtle shit water.
Yeah, no, you don't want to. You don't want to fuck with that.
Why?
Apparently, you can still get like salmonella if you were to grow plants through their poop and shit. Like, it's a possibility. I don't know that, dude. Man, I'm fucking tired of all that dumb shit anyway. I ain't doing none of that. I'm not
How
growing
you
weed.
gonna? Well, how you gonna make any money?
I'm talking 15 years ago, before I
Oh,
even had a stupid. I got those stupid turtles for fucking Becca anyway, dude. Come on.
well, yeah, but you're not with her anymore. Why'd you get her more turtles? She don't even go
We
over
were
there,
trying to work things out.
Isn't
We
she
were
like?
trying to work things out back then. I mean, that was a long time ago.
Isn't she far away now?
Oh, she's just across town.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember much about that fucking place.
She lives
Oh
over
well, I
there by
like
the
that.
liquor store. She lives over there by the liquor store.
Oh, okay. Well, she can hang out with Eddie.
She used to come up there sometimes. I was still working there.
Get some Fireball for free.
No, she would just. I tried to have her help me and stuff, but it was fruitless.
She gave you oral behind the counter.
Yeah, I didn't even.
Come
It
on,
wasn't
you know
even.
you're a kinky fuck like that. You're all like, yeah, I'll give you some Fireball. Love me behind the counter.
I ain't doing shit on camera. Come on.
Something like Police Academy. Remember the hooker in the podium?
No, I didn't watch all 6 police academies.
Well, once they got rid of Steve Gutenberg.
Oh, you like Steve Gutenberg? Whatever happened
Well,
to
I liked
Steve
him in
Gutenberg?
Short Circuit.
What happened to David Lee Roth? What? Where
I
do
don't
these
know
guys
why.
go? Where do
How
they get
come you
all this
don't?
fame and then
How
they
come you
just.
don't? How come you don't have David Lee Roth as an avatar?
I didn't think
The,
about it.
the new toothless one.
I don't.
You know, You know, he's got like
Don't
a
is
mouth like Rick used to have.
he still alive? I don't know.
No,
Dude,
yeah,
you
he
know
looks all.
all these people our age are dying, you know that, right?
But see, that's the fucking thing. He don't give two fucks because his family had money before that. His father was some famous fucking doctor.
David Lee Roth?
Yeah, his dad was. Yeah, he made good money. I don't know. I don't know if he was plastic surgeon or something, but he was a doctor with money.
No shit. Maybe that's where that hot for the doctor video or whatever came from, right? What was
I
that?
mean, hot for teacher.
Well, there was hot for the teacher, and then there was another video, something with him and nurses. Just all I remember. But I could be wrong. Maybe it was just hot for the teacher.
Yeah, so even though if he blew his money, he's got his family money. He's a
I
trust
mean, I
fund.
was never like a huge David Lee Roth fan. I kind of like,
Yeah, but you like Van Roth over Van Hagar.
well, Hagar, it's just different music. It was just like two different bands almost.
Hey, you know, I've been to Cabo Wabo in
Cabo Wabo,
Cabo San Lucas.
that Mexico.
Yeah, it's an Americanized port there, but his place is really small.
Oh, it's like Cancun.
But it's on the peninsula.
The Yucatan Peninsula.
No, the fucking Baja Sur. Baja
Oh,
Side.
Baja, that peninsula. Yeah, that's a long ass peninsula, isn't it?
Yeah,
You been all up and down there?
try bouncing around on that thing in a fucking turboprop Saab all fucking day.
Do you think there's any fish in that bay?
Oh, fucking A, there is.
I don't.
Hey,
I
you know
mean, where are
what?
they coming? I bet that thing gets fished like a motherfucker. So I don't know
You
if
know
there's
what?
any
The
fish in
Mexican fishermen there are more afraid of the Humboldt squid than they are sharks.
there. I don't fuck with the ocean for either one of those reasons. I just don't fuck with the ocean.
Well, a medium-sized one is about 4 or 5 feet long. So you could imagine when an adult, they'll pull you
Oh, the
right.
squid.
Yeah, like I said, the Mexican fishermen, they're more afraid of the squid than they are the sharks. But every once in a while, something will happen with the current, and they'll wash up on the beaches of San Diego and LA.
Mm, yeah,
You never
it
see the
happens.
adults because it's speculated that they live off the younger ones.
Well, I know like the Mexicans will dive down in there and fucking just grab the pearls. Jet. They crack open the clams, grab the pearl, and fucking jet the clam
No,
there.
that's on the other side.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah, that's Yucatan and all that. That's where the crater's at.
I went down
Claudius,
to Florida. Hey, bro, I
what?
went down to Florida and we went to a fancy seafood restaurant. Well, it wasn't that fancy, but they had this weird shit that I hadn't tried before, so I tried them. Um, we got an appetizer, conch fritters. The conch
And,
shells that
yeah,
you.
yeah. It's a uh, underwater. It's a snail.
Yeah, yeah, it's a snail.
Well, now you can say you're French.
Well, I mean, it kind of tasted like a hush puppy with clams in it, or something like that. I mean, that's basically what it was.
You haven't had seafood until you've been down there. They pluck it right
Where?
off the
Down
porch, man.
where?
Like in La Paz, the Gulf, the ocean, the coastal areas.
Dude, they live in Venice.
Oh,
Anyway, make a long
yeah, but
story
you're talking
short.
about Florida. I'm talking about fucking Mexico.
Oh, dude, it's the same goddamn place.
Yeah, because all the fucking Cubans and shit.
No, you want?
Hey, why don't
There
you
you
go
go.
to
You want a
Cuba?
racist statement by me? There you go. I said, no, it's all the guy. and I wasn't even trying to be racist, but no, but hear me out. So also I had a soft shell crab sandwich, and I tried eating this, and it was okay, but dude, like I couldn't finish it. And they were like, "Don't order this if you're not a foodie. If you don't want it, you know." It just, I don't know, man. They say it doesn't have a shell, but it's like a really thin shell, like you can gnaw through it, kind of a thing. But
Well, crab tastes different from lobster, but there again, they taste. It's not like any kind of fish.
no. Hey, raccoon. Hey, wildlife Wanda. Wildlife Wanda. That's what she's going by now.
Yeah, she was driving through Afghanistan in the IED mist.
Looking for wildlife in
That's
Afghanistan.
all right. Better luck next time.
They might have some rock goats, right? Some.
Or they might have an RPG-7 waiting up the road too. Although you thought those 5155 shells all wired together in the road, you figure that would do it, but apparently not. I don't know. You just can't buy quality equipment anymore. That's why they're going. That's why all these wars are going to fucking shit they buy off of eBay and Temu.
So I had a conversation with my mom, right? And she wanted to try to bring up politics and Trump and how he's screwing up around the world. Like the failing negotiations between Russia and Ukraine. And I'm like,
You know what? You ought to move her down to her own little place in Florida, but like in a Haitian part of town. Maybe that'll wake her the fuck up.
oh, thank you for saying some shit like that. I think you're right.
Well, I
I
remember
don't know because yeah,
she was
dude,
a Bernie she was a Bernie Sanders supporter.
I live on YouTube, man. I don't come off of YouTube at all. I'm just watching videos. And I said, well, I saw some news about him settling or a ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine. She, oh, no, Russia's bombing the hell out of Ukraine. I'm like, what news channel are you watching? I don't know what the fuck you're watching, man.
Yeah, they're getting their ass kicked.
I don't know what's going on. I don't. That's what I'm going to try to pick your brain here for a second. What is going on?
Well, it's all a proxy.
Right, huh? Yeah, that is Biden's work. Well, oh, hold on.
I'll wait.
All right, guys, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Hey, man, TC was talking shit about you last night, but he wanted to go talk about Joey for a while. And, I'll come back. So I just turned the shit off and was like, I don't know what he's saying or anything.
I'm not sub to them. I don't know when they're coming on. I don't give a fuck. I don't follow
Yeah.
them and I don't listen to them. I don't know. I guess since Joey disappeared on them, they have nothing to talk about. Nothing.
Probably. Yeah, that sounds about right.
And I mean, TC really, he always saying Joe ain't got no pizzazz, no talent. Fuck. His damn rooms are like a fucking funeral home, man. I've seen more excitement in a goddamn funeral home than in his place.
Better pictures, at least.
Well, the motherfucker ain't got no talent. That's why he latches on to one person and attacks them and attacks them and attacks them. It's almost like an idiot savant.
How do you feel about that, David?
I want to know more about this Trump is a regular guy theory.
Trump is the best thing for Joe Blow Common man. I don't give a fuck. You hate him. You don't hate him. Tell me any other fucking
Well,
president. No, no,
he's
no.
a
Let me
sexual
say
predator and
something
all.
first, dude. Let me say something.
It's Dave.
Dave, then don't run over me till I'm finished talking.
You
All
can
right.
call him dude. I call him dude.
But
Fuck
anyhow,
you, Derek.
show one fucking president that stuck his neck out like this guy has.
None
He's
of
been
them.
shot at. He's been tried. They've tried to take him out so many fucking times, and he's only doing it for us. He
Hey,
don't
kind of
need
like
this shit.
Hitler.
Oh goddamn! You,
Maybe they'll get him at the Wolf's Lair or something this time.
man, shut the fuck up. You're retarded.
You're the one that thinks he's a fucking regular guy and can't be bribed and shit. You've been drinking the Kool-Aid there, Raccoon Man.
You're a fucking retard.
Okay, why don't you prove it then, motherfucker?
But
You're the one
David,
that
you gotta have some kind of a proof.
you're
Like
you're
what?
the one that
Show me
you
how
know what?
Trump's hurt.
He's
Show me how Trump's
another one
hurt
that needs
anybody.
another fucking man to run his fucking life for him.
What?
What did he say?
I don't know,
Where's this little
David.
motherfucker at? Where's this little motherfucker at?
Thinking
Where
Trump's
you,
a regular
you
fucking guy
homeless
drinking the
bitch?
Jim Jones Kool-Aid
You
there,
homeless bitch? You
zombie.
ain't got shit. Where the fuck
Okay,
are you?
zombie. Yeah, I'm on the
No,
same welfare as you, motherfucker.
I'm not on welfare. I
Yeah,
happen
you're
to be
on
pretty
veterans
wealthy,
benefits. That's
motherfucker.
called welfare, motherfucker.
I
And
ain't never been
you
on
don't get
welfare,
to
you
fuck
idiot.
about
Only women can be on
dumbass.
Christ,
welfare.
you guys are killing me.
He's a
Well,
fucking
Fucking
retard,
he's the
man.
one drinking the
You
fucking
fucking
Jim Jones
retard.
Kool-Aid that thinks his asshole gives two fucks about him. You got cognitive
You're an
dissonance
idiot.
there,
You're not
fuckhead.
following the damn fucking bills and shit.
I don't give two fucks.
That's right,
I
because
made a
you're an idiot.
contract with the
You're an
government
idiot.
just like
You're a
you did,
Democrat,
Raccoon Man.
liberal idiot.
Didn't I?
That's all you
Didn't
are.
I? Didn't
You
I?
suck.
Didn't I?
You
I made a
suck Nancy
contract with the
Pelosi's
government.
pussy, man.
Oh,
You old
everything
bitch.
has to do with liberal and Democrat and Republican, don't it,
Democrats
you
are
dumb
fucking
motherfucker?
dumbasses.
Because you're sucking the Kool-Aid, man. You believe in left and right.
yeah.
You're a dumbass. It's called problem reaction solution. Get a fucking clue there,
Why don't
zombie.
you get a goddamn job, you lazy bitch?
Why don't you get a fucking job,
I
bum?
have. I
Hey,
retired
David
at
actually worked.
$49,
I'm
you
retired
motherfucker.
too. I'm medically retired, motherfucker.
That
I had
don't
a
David
count.
job.
worked.
That's
I
why I
watched
David
him
works at
retire,
Walmart.
waited
bitch.
for me. I got more than fucking Derek. You just
I
don't
don't
No,
know
give
you
a
don't
fuck.
have
what
more
You
you
ain't
than
got
got
me. I
nothing
got
but a
all
some
kinds.
goddamn
fetish,
hefty
motherfucker.
trash
You got
bag, bitch.
you got
That's all
you
you
got some
got.
kind of fucking fetish with this motherfucker. Weird
What?
Listen
old
here, you
man.
punk ass little
Get a
faggot.
What?
fucking job. Then get a fucking job there, bum.
Get a
Show me
job,
that you're better than
motherfuckers.
me. Come on, show me you're better than me there, punk ass. You just
I
sit
got a
around
two
David,
and a half
David.
acre
rotting
house on the
away.
lake.
That's all you do, whining about your fucking aches and pains,
Listen, he
doctor
has
bills, and
nothing. He
medication.
has
Nobody gives a
nothing.
fuck
He
about
don't
your
even have two nickels to
Geritol and your
rub together.
goddamn
He lives in
AARP.
an
Nobody gives
apartment
a fuck.
complex. Oh God, I gotta
Nobody
charge
gives a
up.
fuck
Hold
about
on.
your
He lives in an
AARP
apartment.
there, Raccoon Man.
Yeah, yeah. He's almost going on 60, living in an apartment.
You fucking
Yeah,
piece
and I
of
don't pay
shit.
for shit. Actually, you're paying for it, Derek. And so
I'm
is
not. How
Raccoon
am I
Man.
paying
Thank
for it?
you.
What do you
Thank
mean?
you, Raccoon Man, for everything I don't have to work for anymore.
Hey, man. What the fuck happened to your mama?
What happened to your fucking mama, brain damage? You're the one that believes that some
You are
motherfucker
such a
gives two
disappointment to
fucks
your.
about you.
You
This
was
nigga don't
such a
give two fucks about
disappointment to
your
your
stupid
family.
ass. You're so
I bet you
fucking.
they
You
disowned
a
your ass
fanboy? You
because
got like a naked picture of Trump and you beat off
no,
to it? Are you
no,
that
no.
much of a fanboy? Are
I
you?
don't go around mooching and leeching off
I don't
people and
mooching and
running up
leeching either,
bills. Yeah,
motherfucker.
you
Prove
do.
I'm mooching and leeching.
Well, now,
All right,
David,
I'll drop my
don't
cash app and
don't
you
say
give me
all
$50.
that.
DDT,
Give
DDT,
me $50 there,
DDT,
Don't say
Raccoon
all
Man.
that, David, because you
Why don't
couldn't
you
DDT.
help
give me
me out
50
Pull the
ever.
there,
receipts
Raccoon
out.
Man?
You couldn't
Raccoon
even take
Man,
the
you know
dog
I
out to go
already work,
potty.
Raccoon Man. I work
You
at
fucking
fucking
useless
I
son of
work
a
at
bitch.
Walmart and I get your money.
You're
How about
you're
that?
you're a waste of
I take your
oxygen,
fucking tax
bitch.
money and I get extra money from
You
fucking
shouldn't
Walmart.
exist on this planet. You're
David,
Yeah,
like
what you
come
gonna do
on.
Cyrax.
about it,
All right.
motherfucker? You talk big.
You're
Bye,
just like
faggot.
Cyrex, man. You don't
You're a
belong
fucking
on this
Cyrex.
planet.
You're the one who believes that Trump gives a fuck about you, dumbass. You're a stupid motherfucker.
No, I'm a
I
rich
probably, you know what?
motherfucker.
I probably care about you more than that motherfucker does. I'll
I'm a
guarantee you
rich
that. And I
motherfucker,
don't,
bitch.
and I
David,
don't give a fuck about you.
I got
David,
everything
your
paid for,
I
bitch.
got
your
everything. What
volume,
are you doing? What are
Dave,
you doing with it there, sickie? Are you gonna take it with you
Dave,
to the afterlife, motherfucker? You gonna
Dave,
enjoy it
you're
there,
coming in.
Pharaoh?
Dave, I gotta
It's all
mute
gonna
you.
go to the fucking tax
He's
man and your
losing the
scummy
argument. He's
relatives in the
losing the
fucking
argument. He
government.
can't handle it.
Well,
You're
I can't.
losing.
Oh yeah,
I
huh?
can't hear
Really?
him.
Huh?
He's
You
he's
can't
on his
fucking handle
Obama
it
phone,
there.
and I can't hear
You're
him.
the fucking Democrat there, Manchurian candidate. You're the one sucking the
He called
CCP
you a Manchurian Kid.
This
tit.
fucker's a retard, man. Did he
Yeah, oh,
escape from a
there's
group
that's
home?
a retard.
It's
You
funny
can't
as
even
hell.
prove Trump.
Fuck
Come
you.
on, prove Trump
Mute his
does
ass.
or
Mute his
not.
ass for me.
Prove Trump gives a fuck
I'm
about
Mute
you,
him.
trying.
you
I don't know
Mute
raccoon
how.
him.
man. You can't. You cannot handle the fact that that motherfucker don't
Oh, there we
care
go.
about
That's
you.
how I do it.
He don't care about.
There,
Oh,
yeah,
beautiful.
mute. Mute him.
Man, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, and I know how to fucking unmute it, dummy.
I know you know how to unmute
Why are
it.
you being a punk ass? What are you, like a jealous girlfriend there, Derek? Am I
Dave,
interrupting something with
Dave,
your significant other
you
here?
can't come
If
out
I'm
with
if I'm
bold-faced
interrupting some
lies
kind of, if I'm
and expect to
interrupting
get
some
away
sort
with
of
it.
couples night,
Come on,
I'll
man.
fucking leave so you guys can stroke each other's dicks and shit. I
Okay,
know
go ahead then.
raccoon
Leave.
man's a fucking homo.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Bye,
homo.
Ricky. Come
I'll let you
on,
See you
leave on
later,
your
faggot.
own.
homo.
Come on,
You can
faggots. You can have a
You're,
fucking
leave
boring
on your
time
own.
listening to his
I can
fucking
boot you. It
bullshit
was on the same
about aches
prompt.
and fucking pains.
It
boot
was
his
on the
Tell
same
ass.
us how
prompt.
Trump cares about you there, raccoon man. You
Uh,
can't do it. You
all
cannot
right.
do it. You failed. You're a fail fry,
You know
motherfucker.
what,
You can't back up your shit.
Dave? I think you're struggling. I don't know
No,
what's
I'm not
going on.
struggling.
I'm not even
You're
replying because everybody knows I
yeah,
own.
well, because you got your fan there, base. What, you got DJ and fucking Wanda and shit? Yeah, that's a
Shut
great
the
Yeah,
fuck
fucking
up.
Wanda.
backup there,
Yeah,
fucking
because
raccoon
Wanda
man.
is so
You know, with
politically.
all the fucking shit you got, that's gonna be all kinds of fun in
Okay.
the afterlife, isn't it?
All right.
You gonna take
Okay.
all that
Time out.
shit with you in your fucking
I had to mute him. Wanda.
Thank
huh?
No,
God.
Are you gonna
Thank
do it?
God.
no,
Are you gonna
David.
do it
I'll
there,
boot
fucking
you
raccoon
next.
man? You're a
Boot
Boot
you
pussy.
him.
on.
You're
Boot
some
him.
fucking southern boy. You're a
Yeah, I'll
fucking
boot.
CP cuck.
Boot him, man. He ain't got nothing tonight. I mean,
David. You can't attack Wanda. She's the most non-political person of all time. Like she's never came in here and started talking about Trump and Biden or nothing like that. Come on,
man,
David.
when I
You're
hear that
fucking.
wimpy voice of his, I picture Truman Capote for some reason. A fat, bald headed piece of shit. Lazy.
Well, he's pretty much all of those.
I scored a bullseye.
I'm such an asshole. Yeah, Wanda, like, look at. I don't know what she's. I don't know what she's. He just dragged you into the mix. That's when you know you're fucking kind of up against the wall. And David, if you come back,
DJ, come up, man.
yeah, yeah, DJ, come up.
He
What do you
sounds
mean,
like a
bye,
Truman
dude?
Capote, man. A little fat, little roly poly motherfucker.
Well, that's what I don't get. See, he's actually really middle of the road. He doesn't really want to admit that Trump is doing something legit.
Well,
Like, he
he's
may not
one of
be perfect.
the. He's probably a college guy that went to college and he bought all the
He
fucking
never went
liberal
to
brain.
college. No, he
He's
never went to college,
okay,
man.
so he's too damn lazy to go to school, or he's too stupid. One or the
No, he
other.
worked in like a jail cell, or he was like a community corrections officer for a little bit, and then
Oh, he was a fucking prison guard. That motherfucker.
yeah,
No wonder
I
he
think
was
I
the type.
actually, I think actually, I think he was like the janitor. Like I don't think he actually did anything. He was like a janitor,
I think he was
and
probably the towel boy in the showers.
And then
You know?
I think he worked for the school systems or something for a minute. Also as a janitor.
As a janitor.
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with doing janitor work. I mean, I get
No.
it. It's not fun, but
Don't
if
come
it's what you
on
got to do
here
at the
and
time, I
acting
get
like
it.
you're. Don't come on here and acting like you're superior to everybody.
Yeah, right. And that's it. Well, that's what he does.
Well, he's compensating because he knows he's a fucking failure, and his mama and daddy probably was so disappointed that they produced a fucking sponge.
Well, he mooched he mooched for so long that it caught up to him, and then he had to go get a job in his own
Oh,
little one
oh,
bedroom
so he
apartment.
mooched off his mom and daddy most of his life till they passed on, and then.
He mooched. No, he's been mooching off everybody.
But I'm saying he probably mooched off his mom and daddy till they passed on, and then he started going after people. Hey, can I come stay with you for a while? And it's like the fucking guest that never leaves.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what he was. Hey DJ.
What's happening?
I had
Nothing.
to
I
kick
just
that faggot out of here, man.
I,
yeah, he
I
was
thought I was
fucking.
watching the fucking retard Olympics for a minute.
His arguments, he has no substance except to fucking throw out, insults. When you try to
Talk
talk
over,
logic to him, he fucking loses it and starts screaming over you.
talk over the top, and don't let no one say nothing. I hate that strategy.
I do too. That's typical Democrat. Uh,
Well, he's from California. He was raised in the land of fucking loonies, so there is that.
oh, he
I've
came from
never
San Francisco?
San Diego, close
San
enough though.
Diego.
Oh, hell no, man. That's the home of the SEALs and the Marine Corps. No, hell no. He's San Francisco. He ain't never been to
You
San
know,
Diego.
you know
They'd have
what
kicked him out.
I don't understand. His dad was a cool guy. Dave, I used to get along really good with Dave. And then when I didn't take his side, I told DDT when they were fighting, I said, leave me the fuck out of it. I I get along with both of you. DDT's never had a problem. When I would go in Dave's lives, DDT would come in and me and DDT would talk and chat and no big deal. I come to DDT's and fucking Dave's fucking little tiny balls shrivel up. He does not realize how much fucking dirt I can pull out on him. I had his back in the good old
That's
fucking
true.
days.
I believe all of it because I know you were there the whole time.
When he
All the
was
shit with
fighting
the white rabbit. Remember the white rabbit girl?
White Rabbit, fucking Jeremy Hopper, Sly Tiger,
What
Steve USMC.
was that? The community
I,
Beans and Bullets. I was in the Beans and Bullets community. Beans and
yeah,
Bullets.
Oh, it was it like the crazy Second Amendment crew?
no,
Um,
Dave has never been Second Amendment.
Uh,
I was in a
no, it
lot
was
of
like a
Second.
survival. It was like a survival group or
well,
something.
well, the Second Amendment has all kinds of fractions under it, right?
Yeah,
You
Mhm.
got
to a
you got
degree.
a home defense, you got patriot defense groups, you
Right.
got all that. Uh,
Yeah,
Yeah, he was in that shit. And I don't knock him for it, I
I
mean,
don't
like,
either, man. Hey, what happens if you? How prepared are you? As far as if we do lose electricity, I mean, some of these people are thinking ahead of the game because a lot of them laugh at them because they call them preppers and shit. But
you
they ain't gonna
know,
be laughing if something happens.
I grew up on a ranch in Wyoming, and we put up a year's food. And once you got the first year, you started on the second. We weren't
Yeah,
Mormons, I mean, that's a Mormon philosophy. If you get married, it's when the church recommends you get 3 months of food. Once you have 3 months, you get 6 months. Once you have 6 months, you try to get a year. Once you have a year, you try to get 2 years until you have 5 years worth of food on hand because nobody's coming to save your ass. And I
5 years.
don't
I don't know if I have 5 years.
But what my point was on the ranch, we had everything we needed for well past a year. Christ, we raised cattle. We raised 4 lambs. We raised 3 pigs. Plus, we had a big ass garden. When we got done in the hayfield, you was tending the garden, and if shit was ready and you wasn't going to use it, you were canning it and putting it up. And
Well,
so,
you know what they did like 200, 300, 400 years ago? People were starving, right? And they would give them like squash and just fucking food that is edible, but I mean, it's like no delicacy kind of a thing. And they would just, uh, some kind of root, some kind of root,
hell
fucking
yeah,
carrot root
raccoon.
or whatever, some
Look at
dumbass
it.
shit. What's
Hey,
I know
that? I
what
don't.
that's
I got
cases of
15 case.
MREs.
Yeah, I got 15 cases of MREs.
Hold on, let me.
See, meals ready to eat. One, two,
Oh
three.
God,
I got a row
you don't need
behind
all that,
there
man.
and another 2 rows. I got 4 rows, about 4 feet high.
Well, you need to text me your address so I know where to go when fucking shit hits the fan.
I got 10,000 rounds of ammunition. I've got food to carry me for at least 6 months. Because I'm not dependent. I'm on a lake. I can go fish.
Well,
Well, yeah, till the
there's
fish run
gotta
out.
be deer, squirrels, rabbits.
Dude,
I
this is a
mean,
prehistoric lake. This lake's been here for thousands of years because the Indians, they've been here, but they found fossil records of them like 2,000 years
You got
ago here.
alligator snappers in there?
Dude,
I
right
want to
now
go catch one, dude. I want to go catch one so bad, dude. Just like
dude,
I
I've
might.
sat and watched 4 turtles come up my backyard to go lay eggs. Right now, we're
Yeah,
May and June is the egg laying
that's
season.
awesome. When my grandparents lived up North Michigan,
Yeah,
they did that. Um, I think it was like painted turtles, probably some snappers in there too, the northern snappers.
yeah. We got them
Anyway,
all. We got
oh
them
man,
all.
I remember the babies. They go lay them, and when they hatch, they'd all be in the lawn. Like you couldn't mow the lawn and shit. You know.
We got people that's got turtle boxes up here in the lake. Some of them are for the state department and stuff, and they're the kind that go up and you climb up a ramp and then they teeter totter and fall in there. And but anyhow, uh, this lake's got a humongous population of turtles because it's believe it or not the cleanest lake in the state. It's all national forest, the watershed and everything.
Yeah.
So it's never been contaminated. You can eat all the fish you want out of this lake. Uh, it don't have no mercury or heavy metals in the fish, so it's a healthy place. So the turtles, if you got a healthy population of turtles, you got a healthy place.
Hmm.
People don't realize amphibians is really the canary in the gold mine for in the coal mine for us. Uh, you lose your amphibians, your frogs and stuff, and they
Yeah.
disappear. Something bad's fixing to happen, dude. You're not gonna be
Well,
around long.
no. Fortunately for me, my folks live on one of those kind of lakes that no big motorboats allowed. Kind of, and it's a huge lake, like 90 feet deep. Actually, maybe even deeper than that. Um, a good sized lake and good fishing. I know where the hot spots are, but uh,
Go to Google Earth or DJ. DJ will do it for us. Pull up I at Lake Louisiana. Like the satellite image of the lake, and
TJ will
y'all
do
see
it
how
for
big
you.
this thing is. It's humongous, man. What did he say?
I'm fucking with you, man.
I'm
I had
serious.
to. Okay, what am I looking
I
at?
want you to see how big this fucking place is. This ain't like a normal lake that you can go around in a couple of hours. It takes days, weeks to get all through it.
If you
What
need to
lake?
share an image or something, I can do that.
Well, go after that. I just want you to pull it up and blow it up.
What lake? I was taking a
I
leak, so I missed it.
IATT, Louisiana. IATT. That's an
I
Indian, an ancient tribe of Indians.
at
Yeah.
Lake.
I Lake. It should say Colfax, Louisiana.
Okay.
But anyway, I mean, no, my parents they're on a good lake. They're on a really great lake for this area. Um,
A lot of lakes you can't eat a bunch of their fish, you know?
yeah, dude. No, I know. There's a lot of spots you just no. You're not gonna eat the fish. Fuck that. I mean, I
Especially
don't
the
know
ones,
what are you doing out there if you're not gonna eat it too.
well,
That's the other thing. I mean, I
uh,
understand catch release or whatever, but
a lot of illegal dumping happened in the 30s and the 40s and 50s with the industrial shit, and the perfect place was to dump it in water. And
yeah.
they put fucking all types of heavy metals in there. And when they do the biopsies on the fish, they tell you can only eat 2 of these fish out of this lake a month or something like that. There's
Hmm.
some of them down here like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got lakes up in the mining districts like that. It advises pregnant women do not eat this fish.
Ever.
Children do not eat the fish out of this lake.
That heavy.
Anybody else
Well,
limit.
they used mercury back in the old days to
Hmm.
refine the
Mhm.
gold,
Hmm.
and that washed off through the tailing streams down into the reservoirs and shit, and they just basically poisoned themselves.
Yep. I pulled that up if DDT wants to
Yeah,
share it.
man, y'all blast it. It's pretty impressive.
It's not coming through, DJ.
Uh,
Um, okay, let me stop and reshare it.
You got to share the screen or
I
whatever.
did. I'm sharing maps.
Okay, I don't, but it's not.
It should be there again now.
Oh, I got to get a guest icon.
Huh?
Oh, okay. No, it's there. What? I didn't get the. Hold on. There we go.
Okay. There it is. Here's I don't know what I'm looking for though.
okay,
Red River.
yeah, I got a Red River about 25 miles away, or I don't know, straight line about 15 miles away.
Huh.
They're not showing just the bottom part. There you go. Bring her down. Now that looks little, don't it?
Uh
Not really.
no,
No.
I'd be
When you
curious
start
to know.
pulling it in and pulling it in, you'll see how big that is. And that's all cypress forest, all that green in there in the
You can
middle of
take
the
a look
lake.
at the roads. If you take a look at the roads, like the subdivisions around it,
Yeah.
you'll
Yeah.
get a bigger picture of how big it really is or whatever.
I'm to the south of the lake on the south end.
So you got to
Uh
share this lake with a whole bunch of peoples.
oh yeah. Okay.
Down in
Now,
here.
hey, all right. Now go, move it to the right a little. I guess you're left. No, I'm sorry. Go the other way. Okay, come down. Whoa, whoa, go back. Come down a little bit. You see where that green line is?
Uh-huh.
That's the levee. And come back. Go, yeah, keep pushing it up.
It
The
just
image
looks
up.
like an outlet. Like,
No, no, I'm talking about start scrolling it up.
going
No,
up?
you're going down.
No.
Is
Oh,
it
is he
I want to
reversed?
go down. Follow that green line, that straight green line right
Maybe.
there.
Is it
Okay, go
reversed?
this way. Okay, I'm
Uh,
with you now.
all right, keep going over to the right. You'll see a structure.
Oh, like a canal. There's a canal.
No, that's my house.
Right
Your
here.
house is at the mouth of this lake.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, look. Follow that little road that you see right there in that green. All right.
Uh-huh.
Look where that little brown spot is or gold spot.
Right here.
Come down, come down, come down, down, down. Where you at? Right there, right there. All right,
Okay.
go a little to your right, and that should be my house right there. You see it shining?
Right here.
That little gray house right there. It's got a
Oh,
metal roof on it.
Right
There you
here.
go. Blow it up.
oh shit.
That's my house. That's my tire, my ham radio tire. You see, it's a metal roof. There's my pickup truck in the yard.
Yep. No, I see your house.
All right, now scroll up. Bring the image down, yeah, and you'll see where my property goes into the. Okay, you see all that where it goes into the lake right there.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's all my property.
Dude, you
Oh,
got the best fishing
well,
spot in the whole lake, dude. That's at the mouth. I'll tell you what. So all the commotion that goes on in the whole lake, they're gonna
Yeah.
they're gonna corral towards your little mountain neck of the woods. That's the best fishing in the whole lake.
Yep, I got.
It's so stupid. It's that's
Okay,
how.
now if you go back and kind of put your cursor where the house is, and then pull back, going toward the lake. Go back toward the lake the other way. No, directly behind my house. Okay.
okay.
You was almost there, man. Okay, keep pulling. Oh, stop right there. You see all that brown and green stuff? That's a cypress forest behind my house. No, not there. Right directly behind it. All that green
Oh,
greenery.
right here.
Yeah.
Talking like Dave. It's like,
Oh shit!
what are you talking about? I'm just
Did
fucking
you
with
get alligators?
I've been feeding alligators for years, man. I quit
Oh, you
doing
got
it
gators
because
down there too? Hold on, let me blow this up.
y'all y'all so used to people bullshitting on the internet. And when I tell y'all, where's that goofy motherfucker? Look what I own, bitch.
Dude, I can tackle alligators. I know how.
Go after it, bro. Go after it. I'll sit and watch. And I will not
I
come
mean,
and
I'll
help
do it.
you.
It's not that hard, really. It's so
I don't
easy.
care, man.
It's so easy a
I
caveman
sent you
can
that
do it.
video of that Yahoo getting bit on the knee.
Dude, you want to know the trick? You just throw like a towel over their eyes, and then when their eyes they can't
Yeah.
see, they think it's nighttime and they just go to sleep. And then they're easy to handle as hell, dude. It's so dumb, dude. They're easy as fuck. I mean, I don't know why people don't know this. I would think after 5,000 years or whatever we've been here, they would know this shit, you know? I don't know. Come on, it's so easy. I had like at one time, even up here, I had a 3.5 foot gator.
So when do you want to do this? I'll bring my lawn chair, my grill. I'll bring my smoker, my
Oh
black
hell yeah,
stone.
man! And
What are you
bring
gonna just load up the whole trailer?
no. I want somebody to bring a professional streaming service. So when you go out there to wrestle this gator, I got to have this for prosperity, man. It's got to live forever, right?
Well, I can
Yeah.
Bluetooth.
Oh
I
well.
can
I'm still.
Bluetooth
Because
my.
I mean, whether you're successful or you're lunch, it's still going to be great entertainment.
Oh, I'll be successful.
I could Bluetooth my GoPro to my phone, stream it in 4K.
Man, we'll have a big fish fry is what we'll have.
Have one hell of a cookout.
I'll get some shrimp over here, some oysters, and some good catfish.
Do you have a deep fryer?
He's
Dude,
from Louisiana. They all have
I'm
deep
just. Well,
fryers.
I know. Yeah, I know, right?
I got a
They just
gigantic
set that
cast
shit right
iron.
outside. Who cares? Fuck it.
I've got a big cast iron frying device. It's heavy, and you got to use it on a propane burner. But that son of a bitch, temperature hardly ever drops when you put the fish in. I put my thermometer on it, and it might drop 2 degrees or something. Where normally when you're frying in the fucking on your stove and shit, and if you're watching your temp, you'll lose about 5 to 10 degrees depending on your pot. Yeah, man, I used to fry fish, dude. That was my thing.
Yeah, I fried up some cod the other day, man.
You told
Well,
us about it.
yeah, it was actually about a week or two ago. Yeah, I mean, no, it turned out good, man. I told you got to get that Drake's. Uh, it's like what the restaurants uses.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is if that alligator kills your ass, we're eating you.
Well, well, no, we'll have a
I'm telling you, dude,
like
it's not that hard. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. It's people may think it's hard, but it's not. I mean, it's
look. We can do like you know how we invented the turducken, the
yep.
turkey and the chicken and the duck. Paul Perdue invented that. Well, when the gator eats him, we can invite a bunch of cannibals over and have a barbecue. We'll eat the gator, and the cannibals can eat the stuffing.
I got to be honest. I've had like gator bites before, man. They're actually really good.
I
I'm
don't
not
care
gonna lie.
for it,
I'm not
man.
gonna lie, man. That shit is pretty good. But like, I refuse to eat like a turtle soup or
Oh
whatever.
man. Oh no.
And maybe I should break down and do it one day, but I don't. Man, I feel like there's already at such a disadvantage.
Dude, I mean, I got millions
You
of
know?
them some bitches in this lake. They where the dead fall. I'll stream it one day on your show when they. In fact, maybe I can catch them next time around. I'll take you down where the turtles live on my property. I got 2 corners of water, and they get off in there, and it's real quiet.
Well,
And
I'm
they,
telling you what, I'm gonna come down because I explained how I fucking got through TSA. I can get through TSA. I'm coming down. But anyway,
I heard it's big
no, make a
money
long
in.
story short, like I feel for the Gators too, like I mean, they got pythons in there and trying to
No, we
cross
ain't got no
roads and
pythons
shit.
around here. We'd eat
I'm
them,
sure
man.
they get hit on the road all the time. Somebody just
No, they ain't no
they fucking
pythons.
run over the
We'd eat
Gators.
them, man. We'd eat them.
Alligator Highway. There's a highway that runs east to west out of Miami. It's called
No,
Alligator
east to
Highway.
west, south of Orlando is Alligator Alley, isn't it?
I think it runs out of Miami. I'm pretty sure it runs out of Miami down to
They
like
call it
Fort Myers.
Alligator Alley. It's an interstate that cuts across from Tampa, Clearwater, and goes to Orlando,
Well,
Daytona.
DJ, you want to look it up? I think I'm right
I
on this
might be
one.
wrong, but I
I
thought
think
that's
you're
where
wrong
it
on
was.
this one. I think it's from Miami to Fort
Oh, okay.
Myers. It runs it's called Alligator Alley, and literally the whole alley has alligators all along the side of it.
Yeah.
Well, it did back in the 80s, 1980s, not 2080. It'd be in the future. They're not going to be there in the future. I don't know how people, or even like the little babies. I mean, they're only what 6 inches long at the most, 12 inches long. I'm sure they get hit on the highway all the time, man.
They're like anything else, you know. The only thing different about an alligator is they don't abandon their eggs. They make a nest and they guard it till they
I
hatch.
know, but those babies hatch, right? And those dog fences that they put up, the
Yeah,
2 inch by 2 inch
yeah. I know what you're talking about. Keep them
diamond,
in.
whatever. Yeah, yeah. Dude, those little gators are gonna get right through it, and they're just trying to live and do their migration shit or whatever they do. I don't fucking know, but I mean, birds do it too. The geese fly
Man,
down to Georgia and Florida and
man.
Louisiana, and then fly back up north. I mean,
Well, they should be the frogs. I think right now, yeah, April and May is breeding season for the amphibians, I believe.
you know
Uh,
what? Oh, can I just throw this in there
yeah,
real quick? It's really quick. When I had that gator, I tried to feed him some fucking frogs and shit. He didn't
yeah.
want nothing to do with them.
They're
No, he's like,
poison,
no,
dude. Like a toad frog?
no, they were like North Michigan. I mean, alligators don't live up here.
No, I'm
And
saying the frog. Was it
I
water
caught a
frog?
bunch of frogs. I caught a bunch of frogs. We went out camping or something.
Yeah,
Caught a bunch of frogs. They
they're
were
poison.
maybe like baby bullfrogs or whatever. Water frogs up here. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't do the whole frog thing all that much. So I threw him in there. He didn't want nothing to do with them. He would eat pizza crust and uh
Hamburgers.
no no he came out of the water. He had a little tub in the bedroom he could climb in and out of. He came out and I fed him some pizza crust and fucking scarfed it down. Gators are crazy, man. But he would eat the crayfish and he would eat the I got him these really big feeder fish
Yeah.
kind of a thing.
Did you bring
They
them
were
some
like 6 inches
Popeyes or
long or
anything
something
like that?
from cubs, whatever you might call them.
They like
Cub.
chicken, man. Especially Popeyes.
Yeah, I didn't have them for all that long, man. I got in trouble and shit.
Yeah.
But I've always been a Florida guy. Uh, shit. Where my Florida Gators at right now? I'm a Gators fan. I'll be honest.
You're not a Canes fan?
No, no. That's my brother, man. Actually, when I was a kid and we were down in Florida, like I was like 10 or 11, I really liked the Seminoles. But then my dad was like, oh, you only need a 1.2 grade point average to get in there. And so I was like, oh, okay. So
You could have a zero point zero and play for Jimmy Johnson down in Miami. I'm not lying, right? They faked
yeah, I
their
know, no.
education records.
No, I mean that was back in the 80s and 90s,
Yeah, man.
I
Well,
mean,
Jimmy Johnson,
imagine.
I was in the Navy down there in the 80s, and he was like God, because Miami was beating everybody up. Well, yeah, he went to the roughest damn ghettos and projects and got the biggest thugs he could find.
Well, they got this NIL thing, where they pay the college kids
Yeah.
like millions of dollars, even.
And they
Kind
ain't
of
done
crazy.
nothing, really.
Hasn't
What's his
changed
name?
the.
Shakur, Tupac. I mean, not Tupac. Sanders. What's his son's name? Shakur.
Shadur.
Shadur.
Oh, Deion Sanders' son.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Shadur.
He made $9 million, man, in college. He said, man, his rookie contract, he got a pay cut. He should have stayed in college because he ain't that good, I don't think. Not pro.
I
He's
think
not
he's going
pro.
to be a bust too.
Oh, man. He's going to be worse than Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow.
Tebow really wasn't that bad. He just got a
He
bad
really
rap
wasn't.
because he
I don't
was
think it was that
religious.
bad.
But the thing with Tim was he was great in college. Like there's a ton of great, you always hear them. They can be great in college, but it's a whole different thing when you go to the play pro. And some of them can't transition.
Yeah, but you got to look at it. Elway didn't want Tebow at all, and so they didn't develop him. He was
No.
pretty much hung out to dry on his own. Throw him in if he gets killed. Who cares?
There's
Well, it
another guy
wasn't.
from the Gators. Who was the cat that went to Tampa Bay? He had played for Florida, went to Tampa Bay behind Brady when Brady was milking his last years.
Tampa
Forgot
Bay.
his name. He's younger. Well, he's probably like 28, 29 or something like that now.
Yeah.
Damn. Anyway, no, it's really no fault of their own. I mean, but
No,
just
it's just not everybody can play pro ball and not everybody can play pro
right.
basketball,
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. That's exactly it. I mean, shit, dude.
Look at the
I'm
fraction of the people that played baseball through college, high school, all that shit, and the small amount of people that make it to the major leagues.
Yeah, I was one of them.
What did they say? It's less than 1% make it to professional sports.
Right. And that's
Well, with
only for
baseball,
2 to 3 years.
I can tell you right now because I played high school baseball, and I could have probably went on to college and played there too, but it didn't really matter because they had some company or somebody was funding this shit. Anyway, they would have the Dominican Republicans or
Yeah.
Colombians or whatever. They're out there practicing 18 hours a day.
Year
And
round.
we're out there here in America. We got to go to school all day. We
I
get
was
Play
just gonna
4
ball.
say,
hours. We get 4 or 5 hours of real practice kind of
what
shit.
else? What else? What else did they got to do? Not a goddamn thing.
Well,
They
okay,
live in
they
a
can.
shithole.
Okay, I
Remember,
get that, man. That's not the point. The point is you can't make it to that level unless you practice like literally all fucking day.
you can't
Yeah.
compete.
You can't, dude. If you got a guy that spends 5 hours a day at the fucking batting cage, and then you got a guy that swings for maybe 20 minutes at pitches, from a credible pitcher machine or something. I mean, dude, the guy's gonna fucking hit 500 more home runs than you. I mean, you know what I mean?
That's just the way it is, man.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, America's kind of
American kids are too spoiled to put in the work that those kids do.
it's really the fans. The fans are the ones that blew it up out of proportion because 1900s it was basically all white people, and okay, some black people joined because they were good. Okay, that's fine, right? But they took this thing. It got national. It got or worldwide. Baseball's a worldwide sport now. So now everybody is trying to make it to the big leagues. And I'm stuck here in America in 1980 and I got to go to school all day, sit in a fucking chemistry lab and blah, blah, blah. I should be out there practicing.
Yeah, but About the only thing I like to watch as far as a sport is hockey, and that's because they get fucking hostile and duke it out. Bowling, baseball, soccer, to me that's like watching flies fuck. Basketball, I don't give two shits about. The NFL, they're so fucking politically correct and woke, you can't hardly stand them. And the only reason I know anything about them is because of that one YouTube channel I watch. And the only reason I watch that is because of the charity fundraisers he does. I mean, you look at the NFL from the 70s to now. They might as well get rid of pads and go with flags. You can't hit the quarterback. You can't hit the receivers. Fuck, I remember when they had the single bar face mask. Fucking teeth were getting knocked out, broken noses. They'd go to the sidelines, put a band-aid on it, come back out and play. Remember the Youngblood brothers? Oh shit.
I don't know who that is.
They played for the Rams. Between the two brothers, they might have had 4 teeth.
Oh yeah, that was that famous picture of them sitting on the bench smiling, and they didn't have no teeth.
Yeah,
They had long hair or something, bushy headed.
I think so. But I remember, I
It was
mean,
in a Sports Illustrated, I think, cover or something.
yeah, and then, I mean, then you had Lyle Alzado, Howie
Oh, that
Long.
Lila Zato was crazy, and Otis Sistrunk was a prisoner, a felon. He walked up on the practice field. He got out of the penitentiary, and he told John Madden he wanted to play football. And the guy asked him, "Well, you played college? No. You play high school? No." He said, well, "Elementary? No." He said, "Penitentiary league." He said, I want to show you something. And this is back when they had those breakaway goalposts. You remember the wooden
Uh
ones?
huh. Uh huh.
He ran into it and knocked it down, broke it. And he said, get the man a uniform. He got on the team. That's an honest guy.
Yeah.
That was the Raiders, man. That was back
Yeah.
when it was wild.
Yeah. And now I don't, well, everything has been pussified so much. I don't know. I have a hard time. I have a hard time watching a lot of shit because
I grew up watching it in the 60s and 70s, and it was a totally different game.
mm-hmm.
People didn't play it that long. 4, 5, 6 years was a long time because most of them were like 2 and 3 years because of the injuries, man. Back
Yeah.
then, knees were number one thing got took out.
Yep. Knees and shoulders.
Where the hell
Correct.
did our buddy go? Did he go back to the liquor store?
Oh, he always drops out. Then he comes back and he goes, my phone needs to charge.
Well, why don't you have it on the charger like I do?
Um, he didn't thought that far ahead.
I guess so. I tell you another thing people need to invest in. And they got to spend a bunch of money. Just get a used one that'll work. Some type of radio to communicate. Because you'll be able to put them on a car battery and still get out and talk if everything goes to shit.
Yeah.
I mean, get a little ground plane and all that. And that it will be how information gets relayed around and people getting warned.
No, I agree.
Oh, I wanted to ask you, man, and I can't keep forgetting it. What's the inside story with Elway killing his attorney? Was he drunk? Were they drunk
No,
driving that golf cart?
they were just out playing golf and the guy fell out of the golf cart. I think he had a stroke
He could have. He could have.
and just, I
The
mean,
way
it
they
was,
shut it up at first, I thought maybe they were all, guys being guys. They were out having fun, and probably all of them were a little bit inebriated.
well, it's Elway. Elway's shit faced 99% of the
Well, I
time.
know he's an alcoholic. Everybody knows that in Denver.
He could have been, and
They
but I
used to
mean,
say the coaches had to keep chasing him out of the fucking bars back in the day. You know, he was kind of like a Joe Namath of the Midwest.
that could be. I don't know.
Elway was a party boy, man, back in the day.
Yeah, yeah.
His whole career got wasted in Denver, man. That coach, Clint Reeves, or whatever his name
Yeah,
was,
Dan Reeves.
Dan Reeves. He was like, Bum Phillips. They have a certain way, and they have a pattern, and they never deviate or never change from it.
Mhm.
And that's kind of what ruined Elway. Elway could not play with people that played West Coast that had motion and were moving. Elway's just like a Marino, straight back, 3-step, chunk it.
Yeah, and whatever he hit, they better catch it because if they didn't, it's going through them.
Yeah, or breaking fingers. He's broke more people's fingers than anybody out there.
Yeah. No, I agree. It wasn't until Bum Phillips's kid, Wade Phillips,
Mm-hmm.
and then Shanahan. That was really when Elway got his time to shine. And what he have 5 years before he retired.
Well, look at Reeves. He went to another team and he quit immediately, didn't he?
Well, he went to
Rams.
no, he went to the Atlanta Falcons because
Right.
Denver beat him in the Super Bowl. And then I think that was Denver's. No, the first Super Bowl was against the Packers. And then they beat the Falcons. Then they beat the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah. But I mean, Reeves was never really that great a coach overall. I don't think he was that good.
No.
He was just average.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. Elway got wasted. If he'd had a great coach, kind of like who was Joe Montana's coach? What was his
Oh
name?
shit.
George something.
Well, George Stepanoff, was it Stepanoff?
No.
No, what was the what oh shit. What was the guy? DDT, who was the 49ers coach? Walsh, Joe Walsh.
Yeah. Walsh.
Yep, because out of Walsh, that's where Shanahan came from. That's where Mike Holmgren came from. There was a lot of coaches that came out of that West Coast offense.
Right. And he taught the quarterbacks to move laterally like a boxer instead of straight back because everybody just, they know where you're going to step back and you're going to be in this spot right here. And for the defense is to meet him at that spot,
Uh-huh.
What
Yeah,
if he
what
moved?
about Fran Tarkenton?
Oh, shit, you couldn't catch that rabbit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fran Tarkenton was the originator.
Well, the problem was he was like,
Leave it to a white boy to be the originator. Anyway, I was God, my phone is doesn't want to take charges. I keep dropping because my phone died. Shit.
Put it on the charger.
It's on the charger right now. I got it. Yep. No, it's going okay. So,
Hmm.
you know those cop videos where the cops arrest a chick for drunk driving or whatever? Dude, I've been sucked into that shit. Right? I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Oh, I watch something and then I got to go down the rabbit hole, and next thing
Yeah.
I know, I've wasted 3 or 4 days watching one thing, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Well,
Then I
these
put
are like
something else.
year-old videos. These are like year-old videos, 2-year-old videos. So commenting kind of is pointless. But I just watch them and like it's like some 19-year-old girl gets arrested for drunk driving. For some reason, that's what I'm hooked on lately.
Hmm. Oh, I was
I
gonna say something, DJ. Man, when I was working up there in Denver and shit, it was wild. You drive around and there'd be Elway Chevrolet, Elway Cadillac, Elway this. He had a GM dealership on every block. Looked like.
Yeah, yeah, I think there for a while, he had the corner on the market on cars.
Did he sell out? I bet he did. I bet he don't run it no more.
Well, I think he did when he put that bid in to buy the Broncos.
Oh, to raise the capital for it.
Yeah. And then
Elway,
when,
I hate
yeah,
to say it, Elway's the worst personnel guy ever.
oh, he destroyed Denver.
Right. He picks the wrong people.
Yeah.
He
I,
does.
I think,
Time after time after time.
I,
I'm just thinking of John Elway and his quarterback career. I don't know nothing what you guys are talking about.
No, I'm just saying Elway because he was flouted as like the
A golden
hero.
boy.
Yeah, but I mean he wasn't from there. I think Elway was from Dallas or somewhere,
no,
Texas.
California. Another
California.
fucking Cali. Yeah.
Oh, he
Yeah.
was USC, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Stanford.
Stanford.
Yeah.
Mm.
He was a
I'll
beach
tell you what.
bum.
Tom Brady. He grew up in California
He's
too,
San
right?
Diego. Drew Brees come
He
from
came.
there.
He came to Ann Arbor. And I think it was his junior year because it was before he got popular.
Yeah.
And I was working at this gas station. I was just the cashier, and they did like oil changes for people and shit. So he comes in with this coupon, like 19.99 for a fucking oil change, right? And I don't know him,
Yeah.
right? I don't. I
Just
mean, I
another
should
guy.
because I'm at the time I was like 23 and fucking big U of M fan, and so I should have recognized him. But um, we also had these accounts with these porters. Well, they were porters for the uh, car sales, car sales.
Yeah.
Like Hyundai or whatever. Anyway, so he comes in and the porter's in there, and he goes, "You're Tom Brady," and so it took me a second. Oh, he's our backup quarterback at the time, right?
Yeah.
At U of M. Anyway, no, the guy was super nice even back then. I mean, he's always really kind of a nice guy.
He didn't have the big jock ego, huh?
No, he didn't. No, he really did not, and
He was
I can
always
testify to
confident.
that.
That see the secret to him was he was confident in his own skin and he wasn't trying to do somebody else or something. Uh
Mhm.
he went his own way, right? So he had that
Yes,
kind of
I think
confidence.
you're absolutely right.
He had that kind of confidence in himself that really that's what
He
made him
didn't
so
need to
great.
showboat. Why showboat? I don't need a showboat.
No.
right?
Now, was Bill Belichick a cheating crook for a coach? Hell yeah.
Well, maybe I don't know, dude. I don't.
I think
Okay,
Belichick would cut his mother's
probably.
throat for the
Shit.
Super Bowl, man.
Okay. They inflated balls or and did all that, whatever. But
No,
I'm
I
saying
don't think that
on
has
the grand
anything to
scheme of
do with
things,
anything. I never bought into that damn ball bullshit.
I'm just saying on the grand scheme of things,
Yeah.
because I don't run into famous people all that often, but
Man, that
some
girl
of them
took him
basketball
to.
players a few times. But other than that,
He got took, man. He lost a lot of money in the stock market. He got scammed in that TMX trading or whatever.
who?
Brady, him and his old lady. You
Well,
didn't know
I
that.
can't.
You
I'm
didn't
not
know
going to
about
help
him
him with that.
getting,
I can't help him with that.
huh?
I'm not. I can't help him with that.
No, I'm just saying. Did you know that he got
No,
scammed
I
out of
didn't.
like
I
40,
didn't.
$50 million, right?
No, I didn't know. Oh God, I better plug this back in. I keep unplugging my phone.
Anyhow, Google up Tom Brady and financial. He got scammed. A bunch of them got scammed in this. I guess it was a pump and dump deal, and he cost his old lady a lot of money, and I think that's why they split up. And because he was retired, and they had their retirement all planned and shit, and he had to come back, and he went to Tampa Bay. It wasn't because he wanted to play football. He needed the fucking money. He got robbed in a some of them actors. I can't remember the trading stock that he got burned on, but I think he lost like 40 mil.
I shouldn't laugh. I mean, he earned that shit. He was a good quarterback.
Well, see, it broke his, and I think she is the one that got to him through her, if I remember right. I'll have to go back and reread because I follow all them damn financial bullshit, futures, all that mess. I'm a nerd.
There was a
All I,
book. I think it was,
all I,
was it?
all
Oh,
I
go
want
ahead,
is
DJ. Go ahead.
I just want Nancy Pelosi's financial advisor's number so I can invest like she does.
Good luck.
Everybody in Congress has got the same financial advisor.
I wish, if they want to trade stocks, I wish that their moves were made public so you could watch them by the minute. If they're buying something, jump in it. If they're selling off, dump it
Sell.
in a hurry. I mean, I don't think they ought to. But then my idea for politicians, if you want to hold office, you get a goddamn job, you support yourself, and your time is because you care about this country. No kickbacks, no selling out, no no
That's what
bullshit.
that's what I like about Trump. They couldn't bribe him. They couldn't corrupt him. They couldn't buy him. And that's what drove the Democrats insane and destroyed their party. I mean, you had a fucking mental incompetent person that ran for president, then became president, and then they tried to rerun him for another 4 years.
Oh, they would have ran him if he wouldn't have vapor locked during that debate.
That another thing was, I think they knew back then he had cancer.
I think so too. I seen a video where the plan with Biden was
To
get him
off
into
him.
office, let him die, and then try to make him out to be some kind of a hero. And
Yeah.
because he died, everybody would drop their guard. I know I got warned over on Twitter because somebody it was in my feed and it said, I might not like Joe Biden, but I wouldn't wish this on anybody. And I said, fuck Joe Biden. That piece of shit, he didn't have no problem with the Americans he got killed. What about the 13 people he got killed over in Afghanistan with that debauchery?
Like the 13 that Hillary got killed in Libya.
Yeah. I mean, I don't
They
feel
don't
sorry.
care. Them people don't care.
No. And I don't care. I hope that motherfucker's miserable. That's my outlook on it.
No, I don't think he's going to be around much longer. I think what it was, he's been in such a mental fog for so long that when the doctor diagnosed him with it, they didn't ever tell him. They told Jill. And I think people made decisions in the background like, look, it's going to, if he goes in for surgery, it's going to interfere with the presidential campaign when he was running against Trump. And they gambled and they lost.
All Jill was his handler. Biden was a fucking idiot. The 8 years he was with Obama. Hell, half the time he didn't know who shit his pants in.
No, he was out of it then. But Biden is a dummy, always was a dummy. His daddy had money and I think paved his way through college, but he got kicked out for plagiarism.
Yep.
And he had to go to another college to get his law degree, some University of Delaware or somewhere.
Well, when he graduated,
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh fuck.
Oh no!
Oh fuck what, faggot? Oh fuck what, faggot? Aren't y'all happy? Aren't y'all happy? Hold on. Shut up. Aren't y'all happy?
Backstage
Today.
Fuck. Okay, Ricky, what do you want to say? What's going on?
Aren't y'all happy, Raccoon Man, DJ, you too, Derek, that
What's up, Rick?
Dave ain't y'all? Have y'all noticed that?
What's happening, Rick?
Ain't too much.
What have you been up to? How's everything going?
Striking the fuck out of Dave.
Well, somebody's got to do it.
Yep. So he's got 2 strikes now. He's been off for another fucking week, 2 weeks now. So I encourage y'all when he comes back on, go through his old videos and strike the fuck out of him.
Well, why are you snitching, man?
Bye
Stop
bye.
snitching, dude.
Bye bye. Bye bye, Derek, you fucking queer faggot.
Nobody likes to
stop
snitch,
pissing
you
in your
fucking
pants
fag.
there. Stop pissing in
fucking
your pants, Derek.
Stop
Have a nice
being a fucking
Sunday,
snitch. Oh, you're a rat, dude. You're a fucking rat. You ratted him out for no reason. What a rat, dude. Oh. That was entertaining, I guess.
Hey, is the oil patch kicking over there in Colorado?
No, not with our queer governor.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Colorado's been hijacked. We got that fucking queer over in Denver and
all them weirdos from San Francisco migrated over to Denver.
Yeah, they're all Democrats in Colorado.
Go down Colfax Avenue.
Except for DJ, he's like a lone wolf.
That's like me saying Michigan's nothing but a bunch of fucking Muslim-loving fucking hippie liberals.
Well, they are.
So you
I'm not gonna fucking deny you on that.
Fuck.
No, they're as bad up here as they are bad as over there. Oh shit, man.
Well, you know what pisses me off? You have Fort Collins, Boulder, Denver, Pueblo. Those 4 towns on the Front Range, and then if you follow I-70 and you get to Eagle County, and then if you go over to Gunnison County, and then Durango County, those 6 counties have the highest population. They control the whole fucking state because the rest of the state is all red. We're just outnumbered by population.
Mm-hmm.
If every county had the same say there wouldn't be a Democrat in office in this
Well,
state.
that's just like here. Everything north of Lansing, Michigan, is red. Everything south is blue, and the blue win because they got more numbers. I mean, that's how it works.
Well, the number one employer in Michigan is colleges, and that's all liberal. Am
That
I
Yeah.
am I wrong?
no,
No.
I really hope with Trump defunding Harvard and telling them to go fuck themselves, I hope he does it to every fucking college there is, because I am sick of these indoctrination centers. You have good kids go to school and they come back a fucking blooming idiot communist.
Yeah.
Well, they,
No, I agree. I agree.
most of them
They do.
professors, they've gone to North Korea to learn brainwashing.
They would have been better off if they learned air conditioning and heating.
Plumbing, pipe fitting,
Yeah, right.
welding.
Go learn that shit, man. What the fuck?
A degree don't mean nothing much anymore.
No,
Well,
well, also they get their degrees in, gender studies and shit. Like, what the fuck?
them
What are you?
Look,
What
look,
the
look.
fuck am I going to do with this?
I want a fallacy about college. It's about making money, right? That's all it is.
Yeah, I think
Can
so.
you explain Harris, Kamala? How did she graduate from high school, much less college? She bought her way through.
Yeah,
well,
That's how
maybe.
these idiots get through college. They buy their way through.
she does have a history of crawling under the desk and polishing the knob.
Yeah, well, she
You know
worked for the
what?
mayor
College
for.
really isn't as hard as people make it out to be, because I'll tell you what, in high school, they fucking try to load everything on me. We're talking early 90s. They were loading all kinds of work on me. And I wanted to buy shit. My parents were like, if you want to own a nice car at 16, right, you're going to have to go work for it. So I was working at Hungry Howie's and uh, Little Caesars and shit like this. And so I could buy a car to go to work, go to school, because I was still in school and shit. And that's where the whole baseball thing failed and all that. But even after that, I still then I had to go work full time. I mean, it wasn't 25, 30 hours a week. It was 40, 45 hours a week. And you just get, yeah, you get, uh, it's like going, it's like, being in, what do they call it? Not like a typhoon, like a ocean funnel or something, where you're just going down circle, down circle, down circle.
You're what was the guy's name in Cheers? The bartender Sam.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, your life paralleled with his. You pegged it all on being a pro ball player, and it didn't work out. And Sam had to open a bar, and you had to go to work, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, basically. I mean,
Shit, I got out of high school. I went to welding school. I certified in welding. When I got out of welding school, there were no welding jobs. And so I went to a packing house and I started out on the fab side, which is where everything comes around. You break it down, pull the bones out of it. And after
Wow.
I learned every cut on that, I quit that, went into a custom kill, and then I learned how to do just break it all down, roast, steaks, burger, all of that. And then from there, I got into a place where it was portion control, where
Right.
everything had to be good because we were cutting for steakhouses and stuff like that. And so you couldn't have
So if it was a
shit.
28 ounce, you had to make 28 ounce.
Exactly. And
So
you didn't want no waste.
how would you figure it out? Width wise?
Well, it all depends. You would take what I would do is when I would like if I was cutting ribeye steaks,
Yeah.
it's always you always have a crooked end. So I would square it up and then I would weigh that because I tried to square it up as thin as possible. And if I had 4 ounces, then I would think, okay, if that is an eighth of an inch thick to square off, and that eighth inch is 4 ounces, then probably like an inch and a half for
Yeah.
a good 16-ounce ribeye steak.
Hmm.
I
And
think he's right
It's a
too.
damn
I think
art
he's
to
right.
it.
Between, but
Huh?
no, oh man, you could go be a butcher anywhere.
shit, I still get calls. Safeway calls me to come in and manage the meat department. And I kind of enjoy what I do. I fuck around. I don't have to worry about money.
Yeah.
So I go fishing, I go hunting during from August. Well, it used to be August. September 3rd, I start going hunting with bow hunters and I call for them. And that's $3,500 a person that I go hunting with. So,
Exactly.
so I can,
Elk hunting is one of the most expensive hunting besides duck hunting. I wanted to go elk hunting up there where you're at,
uh-huh,
and I built a Remington 700 300 Ultra Mag with a big old Leupold scope.
uh-huh.
I put about $2,500 in it back in the day, and that gun was specifically to go up there and shoot from one mountain peak to the other. My daddy's best friend would go up there, and he told me, he said, you got to get either a 300 or 300 Ultra Mag or 7 millimeter Ultra Mag. He said because he said, son, you're shooting at the next mountain over. He said it takes all day to go down and go back up the other side and break the elk and then get out of there. He said it's almost like a 2 day ordeal.
Well, finding them and shooting them is the easy part. Once you get them down,
You got to
then
get them out.
yeah, and sometimes that's backpacks. I mean, you strap a front quarter onto your backpack and you pack it out, and then you go
Oh,
back
and
in. And,
you're a damn fishing lure for a hungry grizzly.
yeah, pretty much. Well, we don't have grizzlies, but if
Big
we have
brown,
black bears,
black. But I mean, it doesn't matter. You can't
yeah,
outrun a bear, whether it's a grizzly or a black bear.
no,
You'll run out of gas, dude. They can go
I'm
like a
all running
quarter
bears.
mile.
that's how come I carry that 10 millimeter.
I don't think you can outrun a bear. To be honest, I don't know if you're fucking uh Lewis. What was his name? Lewis.
Lewis and Clark.
No, fucking no. The black athlete that ran like 30 miles an hour. Okay,
Carl
you could be
Lewis.
that
Carl
guy,
Lewis.
and you might outrun a bear, but
It ain't. No, it ain't that. Bears are like
my ass ain't
horses and shit.
outrun.
They can
I
go
know.
forever running, at a gate, and you
Mhm.
can't outrun them, man. You'll burn out, man.
Yeah, I know. Right. Especially me. I ain't out trying to outrun no bear. Fuck
Well,
that.
fucking adrenaline only lasts so long, and then you're on your own.
You ever see
Yeah.
me running? Somebody better be shooting whatever the fuck is behind me, because that means I've went through 3 15-round magazines with a 10 millimeter with bear loads, and shit is not going my way.
They say your only chance is, well, you got two, and it depends on
Well,
which
you
way it
gotta
goes.
kick them
It's
in
to
the jaw,
no, just
kick
you
them, kick
raise
them.
your hands up and start hollering, and screaming, and run toward them. They're not used to something coming at them,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
it
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah. Play
spazzes them out.
psychological game.
Or the other option is to curl up in a little bitty ball and pray to God.
No, I ain't doing
No,
that.
no.
Come on, it ain't nobody doing that.
I've never had problems with the bear, but I figured that 10 millimeter with 220 grain buffalo bore ammo. That's what I carry, raccoon. I'm not
Yeah,
shitting when I say leave a
What the
hole
fuck
big
you
enough to
packing, a
toss a
hand
cat
cannon?
through. Yeah,
yeah,
10
yeah. You
millimeter.
shoot them in the balls and they'll fucking run away. They ain't gonna stick around for more.
You don't shoot a bear in the head. You try to shoot him in his heart and
No,
lungs.
you shoot him in the balls so he lives.
Unless you can shoot him in the eyeball, because good chance your bullet's going to bounce off that fucker's skull.
PJ, I think I like your. You carry around some musket.
No, goddamn cannon, man.
No, he said a
Yeah,
musket.
no, no,
It
no,
was a musket.
nope, 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 nope.
I
I
watch these cats on YouTube
nope.
shooting them 500 and 600 caliber revolvers, man. They're fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's a little. I don't like revolvers. Not
What
for
were the guns the pirates had on the ships? The
Dragoons.
cannons.
The Dragoon.
yeah, okay, is that it?
It was
Man, it was like
it
a
was a
ball
musket
buster,
fed
dude.
pistol, and they'd put all kind of shit in it. It was smooth bore.
Yeah. Take one of those out. Take one of those out when you go fucking wild hiking and you come across a bear that wants to attack you.
Shit.
I don't think they do that though, to be honest. I don't bears here? No, there's no bears that fuck with nobody.
I'm like Joe Rogan, man. You get to thinking about a bear, and it gets in your mind, especially up in that country, and it fucks with you, don't it, DJ?
It can, especially like if you drop something and it's late, and so you gut it and you get it hung up,
Yeah.
and then you come in the next morning and there's fresh bear shit everywhere, but they haven't got into your animal. Just they know where it's at, and then the back of your
They claim
oh,
that spot. That's why they crapped.
well, I know the whole time you're in there,
You're
you're
being watched.
every nerve ending in your body is alive.
Dude, the bear is the ultimate ground predator. I mean, it just they're like the fucking Bengal tiger or the jaguar.
I know,
They're
but humans no,
apex.
humans are the top. I mean, you can kill a bear with a fucking bow and arrow.
Get
You
at
know
you.
Yeah,
what I mean?
you don't want to be fucking around with a bear with a bow and arrow if it's coming to eat your ass. You want something that's going to put it down and
Whatever, dude.
stop it.
Humans are the top of the food
No,
chain.
no, not in the nature.
Oh, okay. Are we
All right,
taking
go
swan
jump in the
dives into
ocean.
shark infested waters or something? What? I don't know what you're talking
Go
about.
jump in the ocean where great
Yeah,
whites are.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
are you
That's
in
what I
charge?
said.
You're superior to them?
I'm gonna
No.
take a swan dive right into that shark tank.
Fuck that, man. That's a horrific way to die. Oh man.
It
Because
would be
they
actually,
take
dude.
off pieces.
No, I don't know. I don't fucking. That's why I don't fuck with
It
the
ain't like
ocean.
it ain't like the movies, man. I read when I was in the Navy about it and about in the ship's logs where they documented what happened to these people and shit in World War II. They take pieces off of you, like they'll come by and take, say, the knee down, and then you start pumping blood and adrenaline out, and them sharks go batshit crazy, and they said it looks like a tuna fish when they're in a feeding frenzy. Getting killed by a shark, man, that would be horrific. A
Yeah.
bear would be a lot more merciful. He's gonna crunch you in the head, and it's over with.
Maybe, maybe. Yeah.
Well, that's how they kill you, like a tiger or any of them. They bite you in the back of the neck. You give them the back of your head, they'll take you out.
You know what's fucked up about the Navy is that I didn't like
Here it comes.
so at like there's certain parks or I'll say parks or
Parks.
amusement parks, right? And they got this pirate ship that goes back and forth, right? Way up in the air. And I went out deep sea fishing when I was a kid, and it fucking shit got me sick. And
What?
I know Navy people don't actually have to go through this because they're on fucking really big ships, and it's a
No, no,
lot
no,
easier to
no, no,
navigate.
no, no.
No, what?
I've been in typhoons, so I've been in besides rocking little ones, I've been in the big
Okay.
ones.
Anyway, I'm just saying. Make a long story short. So my grandpa, who he was in the military, he's like, "Oh, you got to go get up here on this side of the board, the right side of the board," and we were in deep sea fishing out there in the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America. You want to,
Yeah, yeah, Gulf
the
of America. Get it
Trump,
correct.
Trump, Trump corrected that, right? Anyway, hang a
Your
long
buddy
story short,
Dave's going nuts right now.
but that shit has salt water smell all throughout it, and you can't escape it. There's actually, and I learned this much later on, like 30 years later.
Yeah.
Um, there's a salt rock bed that's actually emitting the salt water,
Sulfur.
the salt into the water, right? So
Right.
that's why it's so heavy in the Gulf of Mexico or
Huh.
Gulf of. Anyway, so this shit is making me sick, and I think I might have puked. I was pretty young. I was like 11, 12 or something, man. And so every time I always thought about the Navy, I'm like, you got to go through that shit. No, I don't want to do that, you know.
I seen
But
people
I
suffer.
know, I know, with the real big ships, it's not. It can't be like that.
A carrier is probably the smoothest. I've been on carriers, I've been on small ones, and if the thing that I noticed was there was a few things that somebody gets seasick,
Mm-hmm.
they were susceptible to motion sickness. Like at one time they got would get car sick or airplane, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So if you fell in that category, you definitely was gonna be seasick. You know,
Oh,
if you had
okay.
one of them or both of them, you so if you were the type that you never got car sick or nothing like that, nah, it don't really fuck with you. It's just something, some people have a different inner ear problem.
Well, my dad had a boat, and when I lived in Florida, like I said, we were like 10, 11. We would go out there and we would get rocking pretty hard too on his boat.
Oh yeah.
And I had survived all this, but for some reason, when I got way out there in that fucking Gulf of
Ocean.
Mexico, oh my God, the salt smell and everything. And it's just,
That rhythmic wave, it's constant, right?
yeah. Oh,
And
yeah, it's
that's what
constant.
induces it. It's that if it was choppy and rough, not too bad. You probably ain't gonna get sick. But it's that wave that fucks with your stomach, and it just keeps fucking with you, and then you start getting sick. It starts with butterflies. Every one of them I ever heard talking about said, "Yeah, it's like butterflies starting,"
Uh,
and then
yeah.
it
Well,
goes
that's
it goes
no,
from
that's
there.
yeah. It did start with butterflies,
And then
and
you
like
get
I said,
queasy.
I think it was the salt smell that fucking real. Like if I was out on the Pacific or something,
Yeah.
I don't
Now
think you get that
The Gulf
smell.
the Gulf of America stinks in summertime, like
Yeah.
July, August,
Oh, it was
because you
summertime.
have a lot of microbes in the ocean, and they die off. And then
Yeah.
the other thing is there's a certain seagrass that comes in weed kind of shit, and they call it toxic bloom. It'll bloom if the weather's right and everything. And when it blooms, that plant releases a toxin, and it makes huge fish kills up and down the coast. So, yeah, it can stink down there for sure.
Well, anyway, yeah, that's my sea experience. And fucking, I'm done with all that. I'll go out on Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, and you can go way out there, right, and not be
Yeah.
able to see side to side or whatever. But there's no huge waves, and it's just
Mm. Well,
it's a lot different. You know,
we was
like I
over
said,
in
I never was in the Navy. I don't have a
yeah.
fucking clue. You know.
We got caught out in the Indian Ocean and run into one of them what they call super typhoons. I didn't know what the fuck difference was
Oh,
between a
really?
typhoon and a super typhoon. I didn't
Uh-huh.
know it was like a category 5, like we.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
so you have classes, but I think they go by name over there, and
yeah.
we were looking at like for 2 or 3 days of waves going up to 80 feet or better. And
Hmm.
it's like mountains of water coming at your ass.
Hmm.
And I seen a lot of people get sick. And I did get nauseated one time. We were down in the game room watching TV or something. And for some reason, I could feel like, I'm fixing to get sick, man. So I immediately
Yeah.
got up and hauled ass. Went outside and got into the air, and I
Yeah.
stared at the horizon. This old sailor told me, said, "You ever get seasick?"
Oh, dude, drop that.
Nah, he'll get back.
Yeah, he'll be.
Well, son of a
Oh,
bitch.
go back 20 seconds or 30 seconds.
What happened, man?
No, you were talking about when the waves were coming in, and
Oh yeah. You would go up and you stare at the horizon, and you focus your eyes to stay flat with the horizon and let your body move with the ocean, and
Mhm.
somehow it like reboots your fucking balance and shit, man. It's weird, but it worked because I was getting sick that night
Mhm.
because we hadn't eaten like 2 days because they couldn't cook food. It was too rough.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. I think they made sandwiches. That was about all you could get. And basically it was a piece of 2 pieces of bread and a slice of cheese, and that was it. They had crackers too. They put a bunch of crackers out.
Okay.
It was wild, man. People broke their arms, legs, busted their mouths. One guy fell out of his rack and busted all the teeth out front of his head.
Mhm.
It was wild. It beat the ship up that we had to go take it in down Diego, and they had to work on it for about a month. But
Go live
yeah,
with Dave.
go live with Dave.
Yeah, yeah, go live with Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
Could you imagine getting off a ship and having to live with Dave?
I
He's
couldn't
like,
imagine that
what
motherfucker
are
in
you
the
doing?
Navy
I'm sitting here laying on the couch, fucking collecting
doing nothing.
EBT and all this shit and milking your whole paycheck.
Does he kind of look like Uncle Fester?
Uh, Oh, there's videos out there.
Oh, I gotta see what he
DJ,
looks
you
like.
got the video of him getting beat up by the uh, teenagers?
I I have it, but I don't know where.
Holy shit!
You should have that
Oh,
on
he went
standby.
fucking around and got beat up by some teenagers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because he's a
He was.
fucking dipshit.
Oh, was he one of them 1A motherfuckers running around sticking cameras
Yeah,
in people's
yep,
faces?
yeah. And
The
some
A1
teenagers beat him
Society.
up. The teenagers beat him up.
That
You
that
can
would
go
piss him off.
contact
I'd call him the
GD.
A1
I'm sure
Society.
GD has it. But anyway,
Yeah. I just wish the cops would beat the shit out of him sometimes, you know?
mm,
Cops out there trying to do his job, you know. They're like everybody else, they're not
mhm.
perfect. But imagine you going and trying to go do your job and you got this idiot with a fucking cell phone camera in your face. And you're trying to do something, you know? I don't
Well,
think I'd like him
they can
either.
hop in their car and take off. I mean, that's what they can do. That's
I thought the whole thing was a scam for him to get beat up so he could sue the city and make money.
that's not gonna happen.
I think
Some of
that's
them
what
did.
about I think that's about what 99% of them fucktards do. Go out there, start a bunch of shit, mouth off, get beat up. I'm gonna sue. Well, if you're
What's
gonna
that?
sue,
Fort Worth or whatever, Carolina or whatever her name was.
yeah.
The
Oh,
police
she
beat
Carolina
the.
Fort Worth.
She
That was
pushed
her
it.
name. Yeah.
Finally, the police got tired of it and beat her up.
yeah. Yeah, that one cop, he DDT'd her ass right in the fucking pavement.
I helped pay his goddamn lawyer bill.
You are fucking dumb, dude. Why? Why would you put yourself in that? I don't get it. I don't understand. That's that. There's no logic.
She immediately went to the number one tort lawyer, man, in Dallas, and she's got a big lawsuit against the police department in the city.
Yeah.
She, that's what she wanted, man.
I've been watching these cop videos. Those cops are pretty. It's pretty universal around the. You know, you could be in Montana or Florida or whatever,
Yeah,
right? These people are going by the book. They give the all the tests like the roadside tests and shit.
yeah.
They're pretty.
Look,
It's pretty universal, man. I don't. I mean, I ain't gonna fuck with them no more, dude. I'll tell you that. I'm
look,
not fucking
look.
with them.
I grew up. Several of my friends I grew up in school. Their daddies were state police, and it is how you present yourself to the cop that is
Mm-hmm.
90% of what's going to happen.
Yep.
If
Actually,
you're
it is.
you're sitting in there and you're ranting and raving and cussing and shit, yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
get tickets, you're going to get a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're honest and say when the cop asks you, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" instead of saying no, well, you already lied to him.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't pulled you over just because he was looking for something. You did something.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would tell us, said, hell, we'd be on the side of the road all day long if that's how we were doing that, the way they were accused.
Right.
uh, yeah, and you start to realize, yeah, you only pick the ones out that, like he said, if you keep your head down and you don't become a on my radar, you'll never know nothing. He said you'll never have a problem with a cop.
Mm-hmm.
And they never lied. Most places you can drive about 6-7 miles an hour over the speed limit because that's what the radar's set on. And because they don't want to hear that motherfucker beeping there for a mile, 2, 3 miles an hour. So they set it
Right.
at 7,
Mm-hmm.
and that'll get their attention. And you know,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
every time I got pulled over, and son, I got a bunch of tickets, like 13 over my lifetime. And I did that in about 3 years. Uh, when they pulled up, I'd say, "Yes, sir. I was speeding. How fast was you going?" I think around 75. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and they'd give me a break. They'd say, "All right, man, you was honest. I can't let you
Yeah,
go."
yeah. Yeah,
I
they don't have time. They don't have time for that shit, man.
No, no, no. If you're honest and you own up to it, they'll drop it down and they'll give you a
Yeah,
break,
that's
right?
true. That's
So I
actually
always
absolutely true.
advise people, man, just fucking be honest with them and
Mm-hmm.
say, "Yeah,
Yeah,
sir,
yeah, yeah.
I was speeding right off the get go, or I did this, or I did that," and I guarantee it ain't gonna cost near as much
No,
with you
no,
ranting and raving at them, man. They're not gonna cut you no fucking slack.
nope. No, I learned. Now, granted, I probably
I'm not
learned the
pro
hard way.
police or anything. I've been a dopehead and a Harley rider all my life,
Uh,
but I respected what they done. I know they doing a job, and it ain't
right,
personal.
right.
And just own up. And I mean,
Yeah.
they send you on your way. You start being a smart ass, they start looking for shit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I smell something, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
before you was honest, they'd smell it, but they wouldn't make that an issue. You know, that's how it kind of worked back in the day.
No, no, no. You're right. You're right. And like I said, man, I don't play those games anymore.
No, no, it ain't. I mean, I never got smart ass with them. I understand. My dad raised us up. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
break the law, you're gonna get a ticket, and I'm not paying for it. You know, and he said you're
Right.
not going to anybody and asking them to get it fixed. Even though I could have gone to 2 or 3 state police guys and probably got all of them taken care of, but I didn't do that. And then the old time state police guys, they had respect for me. They was like, "Yeah," he said, "you know, everybody comes whining and crying." And he said, "Here you got all these tickets, and you never come and ask not one of us for help."
Mm-hmm.
And
No, that's that's respect.
I
Yeah.
just played the game. I got caught, man. That's
Yeah.
how I played
Right.
it.
Yeah. Hey, that's how I am, man. I fucking yeah. Come get me. Whatever.
Well, I
You know.
mean, I'm speeding. I'm speeding.
I just kind of figure it's that first 5 minutes from the time
Mm-hmm.
he gets out of his car until he comes up and assesses the situation. Don't do
Mm-hmm.
anything stupid because that's when you get shot or fucked
Yeah.
up. So don't give them a reason when they come up. Hey, how you doing? I'm
Oh, I'll
good.
tell
Not
you
doing
another
bad.
secret. I'll tell you something that will change the whole complexion of the stop, and it's real simple. Pull the keys out of the ignition and put them on the dash and put your hands on top of the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
And when he sees that, he knows you're compliant and you're not going to be causing any problems, and that can save you a ticket.
That can't, yeah, that's exactly true. Because I know I got pulled over one day. I was coming home from Cabela's and fucking traffic was flying.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing 75 and a 65. But the whole cluster of cars were. And so he got behind me and hit the lights. I pulled over, shut my pickup off, put the keys on the dash, and I had one hand out the window, one on my steering wheel. And it
Yeah.
took him a minute, so I put both hands on the steering wheel. And then when he got up there, he says, "How you doing?" And I said, "Not bad." And I was with this chick, and he goes, "You know why I pulled over?" And I said, I'm guessing speeding. I said I was kind of going with the flow. And so I said, I think we were all going a little bit over. He goes, yeah, you popped around that corner a little bit fast. And he goes, is there any reason you was going that fast? And I just looked at him and I said, well, we were bullshitting and it kind of got away from me. And he started fucking laughing. And he goes, I have never heard that one before. That's about the most honest answer I've ever gotten. And so he shot the shit with us for a little bit. And then he goes, I'm going to give you a warning.
Yeah.
And he gave me a warning and we were off. But yeah, I mean, what the hell am I going to say? I was in the Indy 500 and I wasn't letting that little blonde bitch from Idaho outrun me.
Right. But the thing is, they don't pull you over. Other speeding or something, other than, a safety issue like light out, tail lights out or something, something like that.
Yeah, but when they do that, generally think about the time they do it. It's usually after 9 o'clock when people are either headed to the bar or some of the early starters were leaving the bar.
Right, headed home.
And that is, you swerve a little bit. You got a tail light out. Boom, that tail light's their hot ticket.
Well, yeah, it gives you them a reason to come after you. But like I always said, it doesn't matter what the fuck it is. Just be straight up 100% honest with them. Make them know that. And when they come up to my window, I got my hands up there and I said, sir, before anything goes down, I've got disabled tags on my throat so they know I'm a veteran. And I'll tell them, I have a pistol right here in my console. I said, do you need me to get out for your safety? He said, oh, hell no. He said, he said, I pulled you over for whatever. But I've always told them that way they know I ain't trying to slick them or do anything. And then they find it in hindsight. So that's another
Well,
thing
when you
that'll
have a
save you
pistol
a
right there
ton of
next to
trouble.
you, when you have a pistol right there next to you, I mean that makes sense. If you don't have the pistol, I mean putting your hands up on a dashboard, if you're
No,
doing
the
all this,
steering
and you
wheel.
don't have no weapons in the car, why are you doing that? No.
Because it's showing him a sign. He's looking for clues to see if you're going to be
Yeah, I
aggressive,
know.
compliant.
I know, but I don't think it makes a big difference.
Yes, it does.
I don't think it really makes. Well, we can
Okay.
disagree.
Where did Dave get beat up?
At my house, I beat him up. I beat him up all the time. Well, I probably should
Seriously.
have. I should have, but I never did, dude.
Was
Didn't
that
y'all
in
say
Ann
he was on the
Arbor?
West Coast or somewhere when that
No, he's
happened?
in He's fucking in Illinois. He's stuck in.
Yeah, but where did he get beat up? Was he still in
He never
California?
got beat. Oh, when he got beat up, that was San Diego before he even moved over here.
Yeah, when he was telling them two little kids,
Yeah,
stop it, you're beating up a retard.
yeah, yep,
Or something like that. Fuck, I don't, that's been a long time.
yeah. It's out there. I don't know where.
I'm
I
looking in
watched
his
it. I don't know
videos.
the shit.
I begged them people that police harassers, whatever you call them, that were going after the police and back in the COVID days and all that shit. I begged them. I said, please come down here and do that shit to these cops. I said, let me know where you at so I can film it. Hey, beat the dog shit out of them.
You guys got great. Both of you guys have great places to live. I mean, that's trying to get there. I think I'll be there soon. Probably somewhere up here, north of Michigan.
Yeah.
I'll just stay with my banks and you know,
I don't
you
know,
know.
man. Like I said, I like it down here. I always want to retire in Colorado until I worked up there long term a couple of times and I realized what a shithole Denver was.
That's
Colorado, the
DJ's neck
country,
of the woods.
the country outside of
That's his.
Denver.
That's his neck of the woods, man.
That
I
ain't
don't.
my dumbass. How many times do I got to tell you? I am 40 miles from Utah. Denver's way the fuck away.
Wait. You're close to where my Aunt Amelia lived, Montrose, up on the Sierra.
Yeah, up on the
DJ.
Uncompadre.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the desert side of Colorado.
yeah,
Beautiful.
high desert.
High
It is.
desert and mesas.
Yep. Yeah, DDT thinks I live next to that fucking.
That ain't nothing but ranch country out there.
Yeah. Well, it's rural.
Yeah.
All there is farms, ranches, country people, and little tiny towns, coal mines, and that's about it.
Oh, I know. I went up one summer and I love Montrose, man. You had this place that was kind of like an oasis in the desert, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It was green where everything was brown in that little neighborhood she lived in. Everybody had pretty green lawns and shit. But you drive out of town of Montrose in 5 minutes, you thought you was in an old Western movie.
Yeah, if you was heading north, you go into the desert. If you go south out of Montrose, then you're heading up into the San Juans.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then if you
we
east,
came Denver down or out of Denver. I forgot. I think we went to Fort Collins. Then we went to Montrose. Or
um,
is Mount Rose is what it's called?
yeah, Montrose. But from Denver, you would have went to Colorado Springs, Canyon City, Salida, and then over Monarch Pass if you went Highway 50. Or if you went Interstate 70, you could have went to Grand Junction and
I
then
think
back
the I,
around.
I think the roads were let's see. If I remember right, we left Denver, we went to Colorado Springs, Steamboat Springs, uh
So
up to
you did a big loop where you toured the whole state.
right. We went up from
Okay.
Denver, we went up through Denver. Where we was headed to was Fort Collins where my great uncle lived.
Okay.
He taught
Eh,
at the Air Force Academy. And we stayed a few days in Fort Collins. Went to the what's that big canyon, the Gulch or whatever it's called,
Big Thompson.
Thompson. But what was that? Can that big suspension bridge?
Oh, the Royal Gorge.
Yeah, Royal Gorge, man. And
Uh-huh.
back then, I wasn't too hip on fucking heights. I had fell out of a tree when I was a little kid.
Uh-huh.
So man, the higher I got in Denver, I was super aware, And then when we went to Pikes Peak, I chickened out. I stopped at the visitors level and I said, "Y'all keep going." But anyhow, we went up there, Steamboat Springs, all through that little tourist street shit, and then headed west or however it is from there to Montrose.
Yeah, from it all I don't know because if you there's so many different ways into Montrose because you guys could have went
We
from
went into little towns and shit. We wasn't on the interstate or anything. We were going down little pig trails, down through
right.
this valley and going to this little mining town and.
Yeah.
We were
'Cause
sightseeing, they called it back in.
from Steamboat, you could have came back over through, oh shit, Kremling down to Wolcott, and then shot over to Vale, or not at Minotern, and then went up into Leadville, down into Buena Vista, up over Monarch Pass, Gunnison, and Montrose. Or you could have came down through Craig, Meeker, Rifle, and then DeBeck. You could have came over the Grand Mesa and dropped into Montrose through Delta.
No,
There's so many different ways to do it.
no. When you said Gunnison, we came through Gunnison to Montrose that way.
Okay. So you did come over Highway 50.
I can't remember. This was 1976. That's what, 50 years ago?
Yeah. Well, that's 50 is the way I go to my buddies in Woodland Park.
But we went all through the little pig trails and shit and the little touristy towns and all that mess.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sightseeing or whatever they called it back in.
Yeah,
And,
just enjoying the trip.
right. But see, you didn't stop, but you drove through all the little things to see, and then you'd pick one or two things that you'd go stop and go look at, and then you'd go on to the next thing. But I do remember we had to go through Gunnison, then hit Montrose.
Yeah.
But like I said, my uncle lived in Fort Collins, my great uncle, and it. I think that was the best time, when we was kids, going through there and seeing all that because, like I said, man, till you go up Pikes Peak, you had no clue how high it motherfucker is.
Pikes Peak, what was it, a week and a half ago? My buddy was telling me Pikes Peak got 3 to 5 foot of snow.
Oh yeah, dude, it was July and it was still snow on top of it.
Yeah. Well, there's some years that Pikes Peak, the San Juans, they never melt off. They'll
Mm.
have snow on them year round.
Well, I told you that girl took me up to Leadville, and fuck, it was snow still up there, and it had already melted down in Denver and where we were at Commerce, a week back, and they still had snow in Leadville.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that ain't uncommon.
But I did enjoy Colorado. Like I said, if it wasn't for the liberals running the state and making it cost so much, they did, man. They
It's all your
want to
fault,
make it.
DJ.
They want super wealthy people and super poor people. They
It's
want to
all your
treat it
fault,
like
DJ.
California.
It's all
It
your
ain't my
fault.
fault. They won't let us shoot them yet. I keep trying to get them to let us have 5 liberal tags for buying an elk tag,
Yeah.
and nobody will help me get that idea planted.
See, when I went was like the peak of Colorado's the thing because that was when John Denver was singing Colorado songs and all that shit, and he made it Vail super popular. Uh, so we were in the middle of when y'all were like back when it was uncontaminated except
Mm-hmm.
for the hippies,
Yep.
but it was conservative. There was no liberal people in government. It was kind of like Texas. You didn't fuck around in Denver, or
Well, it was back when Colorado was actually Colorado instead of this fucking bullshit paradise where,
it's San Francisco, satellite city of San Francisco now.
yeah, well, pretty much. Because in Denver, you can set up. I think I was telling you about that in the city limits of Denver.
Okay.
You can, if you're homeless, you can set up a tent in front of businesses, restaurants, store shop, the little mom and pop storefronts, all of that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can set up a tent, shit in the goddamn gutter while people are in there trying to have dinner. And
Mm-hmm.
then, I mean, they've destroyed Colorado.
Downtown Denver, they said it's like downtown Frisco, man. It's nasty.
I won't even go to Denver. I won't. I got no desire to
Yeah.
go to that shithole. I've never liked Denver. It's always
I don't
been
go to Detroit. I'm
no.
only
Yeah,
30
Other
minutes
than the
away.
politics, Denver was a pretty little city, though. Around the Capitol and the parks and all that, I I thought Denver was a beautiful little town on in downtown.
Oh, probably was. Was.
Dude, it ain't Denver. It's the whole nation's like that, man. Do you know
everywhere.
the little town I live near? We've always been like in the top 10 for the murder per capita. They kill motherfuckers every other day down here now. They got full blown Crips, gang wars, and uh, leaving bodies on the street. It's like Chicago or something. It's fucking insane.
Mm-hmm. Rob.
So I
Most
mean,
likely.
you like I said, you can't really point any city out for crime problems. I mean, when we're in the top 10 and top 20 in a couple of categories, I mean, that's pretty fucking bad. And they ain't but about
Yeah.
maybe. I'm talking the
No,
whole
you're right.
city. The whole city, it might be 100,000, maybe 150,000 people in it. And it's fucking
Mm-hmm.
like Dodge City.
It doesn't matter. It could be Atlanta, Detroit, Chicago. They're all
No,
Minneapolis has problems.
Yeah, I
They're
can
all
take
fucking
down.
I can tell you it's a complexion
Denver.
problem. It's a complexion problem. Look who's running your city and your governments and everything. Every one of them. They're Democrat, they're a certain complexion, and the town goes to shit.
Flexing.
That's a fact.
I get it. I get it.
That's 100% factual.
Yeah,
I know. I know, man. I
anybody
know.
that don't like it don't like the truth. Fuck them. Let them cry all day long. I
That's
don't give a shit.
FBI numbers, dude. That's FBI numbers. They don't got no reason to paint it.
Well, that's like gun violence. According to the FBI, if you take New Orleans, Chicago, Atlanta, New York, and San Francisco, I think, you take them five cities out of the equation, and the United States is way down at the bottom of
Hmm.
gun violence. But you put them five back in, and we're in the top five every year. And if I'll tell you what, if lives matter so fucking much, where's the outrage over Chicago? Every
Yeah,
fucking weekend, 70, 80 kids are getting fucking killed from drive-by shootings.
that's what
So
makes me sick. They don't care. They just spray lead and it's always a little kid, like 6, 7, 8 years old, getting hit in the head with a bullet.
some innocent person that had nothing to do with shit. I,
It
I,
don't make no sense, man.
I could, I can go off on this one.
Do you know back when I was a kid how rare it was for murder to happen?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
It was
raccoon.
monumental. Look, man, you'd have thought the whole goddamn end of the world was coming when Charlie Manson busted out. I was 9, 10 years old when that happened. And it was on the TVs. It had people locking their doors. all over the country buying guns because you had these crazed hippies everywhere and they coming and breaking in your house and killing you. And I
Yep.
mean, you had that kind of fucking psychotic craziness.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
now
but
murder ain't shit. It
yeah,
happens
but
every day, all day long.
okay, think about the difference in time. When we was growing up, if you had a problem with somebody, if any one of us had a problem with the other one, we went out behind the auto shop, the wood shop,
Yeah.
the gym, we duked it out.
And
When
that
we
was
were
it.
done, we shook hands, and odds are we were buddies after that, and it was done and over with. Okay, then in the mid 80s, you have all these stupid fucking women that we need to take the balls off little boys. We can't
Mm-hmm.
have them fighting. They don't need to hit. Hitting's unacceptable. So what happened? Then you had the fucking school shootings start. Then you had the fucking drive-bys start. And it's these fucking feminists, they're as bad as Democrats. They destroy everything they touch too, and fuck them. They can change their own fucking tires. I don't give a fuck.
Eh,
Yeah, I told you I can
I'm
go
not
on
a big fan of
vacation.
feminists, so I'm okay with what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm telling you, the only difference between a feminist and a bucket of shit is a bucket. And that's
Rush
exactly.
Limbaugh labeled them correctly, feminazis.
Well, they're retarded. They are feminazis. I tell you guys about that blue-haired bitch down at the gas station?
Mm,
This is a small country community. I mean, it's just the way it is. If you get into rural America where you have farms and ranches, it's a lot of country people. And we still have common courtesy. If I'm going in, somebody's coming out, whoever gets to the door first, you hold the door for the other
yeah.
person. It's
Yep.
common courtesy.
Yep.
Here comes this fucking 280-pound blue-haired fucking bone in the nose bitch. And I hold the door. I don't need a man to hold the door. And I said, well, fucking stand there for a minute. I closed the fucking door. People
Oh,
started laughing. You open your own fucking door then, you fucking blue-haired bozo. I don't give a fuck.
wow. They really said that.
Yeah, bitch went off. She's fucking screaming, I don't need a man to hold the door for me. And I thought I'm fucking embarrassed. And then it pissed me off because if I get embarrassed, I get mad. And
No, no, you're fine. So go
I,
on. What happened?
I
You go
told
grab
her,
your Pepsi or something?
no, I fucking told her to just wait a minute. I closed the fucking door and then I went over and got my gas. Fucking people were laughing. Like, holy fuck, I guess she wasn't expecting that. She thought she was going to create a scene and then just be able to go in after she showed her ass. I closed the fucking door for her. There, fuck you, bitch. Now yell and scream.
Good job.
Fuck them. I don't give a fuck. That's another thing. All this horse shit about you can say this, you can't say that. I can say whatever the fuck I want to
Hey,
say.
could you imagine a man going, fuck you, I don't need you to hold the door open for me? No, no, you know what men do? They go, hey, thanks. Thanks.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hey, thanks.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the difference between men and women. Right
Well,
there.
that shit, wherever she was from, that shit might have worked. But
Yeah, I don't know
here,
where that came from. No, I don't think it works anywhere. That they're trying to make it work, but that shit doesn't really work anywhere, dude.
all I know,
Nobody gets away with that.
I can tell you what it made me. I see a fucking some chick with red, pink, blue, orange, green, purple hair and a bone in their nose. I don't give a fuck if they have rolled their car. The fucking car is smoking, about to burst into flames. That bitch can crawl her fucking feminist ass out of it and fucking
Hmm.
fuck them. I don't fuck them, and fuck anybody that looks like them. There, now,
Well, no,
mission
I
accomplished.
get you. No, you're fine. You're fine. No, because well, the ones you're kind of describing, I guess you'll describe in a certain way, but yeah, they're a lost cause.
Well, they're the same dumb bitches on TikTok. You voted for Trump? You ain't getting this pussy. Bitch, you weigh
Yeah,
fucking 300 pounds. You're fucking safe.
all right.
Nobody wants it.
Exactly. Yeah.
She can't give that fucking thing away, but she's got to get on TikTok and try to get attention. Fuck.
Mhm.
You can't make this shit up. Holy
Nope.
fuck. I'm going to have to get off of here, take a shower, and meditate. Blood pressure's starting to rise.
Oh,
Hey, man.
I hate that shit.
I want to tell y'all something, man. Uh, went to the doctor the other day and did the blood test and all that bullshit. And I could tell something was, she was looking at the lab and kind of had this serious look on her face. And she was like, "You're anemic real bad." And I was like, "I am? Is that why I feel horrible?" And then she calls me the next day at 6:30 in the morning. She said, "Your A1C's 12," and she said your blood sugar's probably in the 4 to 500 range. She said we fixing to have to get this under control. So she seen something, man, when she was looking at the screen because I was looking at her eyes,
Uh-huh.
and you know, most time they have a smile or something, a little bit. This was not good body language.
It's yeah, it's when you read them and they're looking like it, like, oh shit. Now how do I tell them?
Yeah. So I don't know what's going on. I gotta go back in 30 days. I gotta drink a gallon of water every day. I can't have no more candy. I can't have no more nothing. Uh,
uh,
I've got to get my A1C back under control, and it's pretty tough. So we fix to find out what's going on with me. That's for sure. Uh, but yeah, that's what they told me, man. My
a
sugar was.
gallon of water. What do they think it is? Or
You're flushing sugar out of your body through your
oh,
kidneys. Your kidneys get blocked up with sugar, and it starts killing your kidneys off
so
because
you're
the
eating too
oxygen
many
molecule
Twinkies?
can't get there, huh?
Man, just stop eating Twinkies, man.
Dude, look, when
It's that easy.
I never
Get off the
liked
sugar.
candy in my whole life, right? Didn't care for sweet shit. I drank water. I worked outside. Blah blah
Right.
blah. I got my 40s and I started craving sugar, and that's probably when I became diabetic. And sugar is like heroin to a junkie.
Hmm.
It's around. The candy's around. You can buy
Yeah,
it, and
I get it.
you get. It's kind of like being an alcoholic or something. You get in a rut, and
Hmm.
you can't get back out. You started it, and this ball starts rolling, and before
Yeah.
you know it, you're eating everything and just lying to
Right.
yourself. Right.
Yes.
And I guess that's, dealing with all the bullshit I'm going through. I'm eating fast foods every day, and I'm not eating good, but I gotta, I gotta get a handle on it. From what the way she looked at me, she looked like the Grim Reaper, man. I was like, oh fuck, she figured tell me I got bad terminal cancer or something.
The Cream Reaper. No,
She
I feel
did,
you.
man. She had this scowl on her face. Like she didn't want to say anything, like a poker face. She was trying to
Hmm.
hold her. I could tell it didn't look good from my lab work, just from her look.
guys got anything planned for tomorrow, or?
I have nothing.
Bear patrol and a barbecue.
Well, I got tomorrow off, so I could go live again tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I could do like a whole day event.
I watched IndyCar. I hadn't watched that in a long time. That was a pretty good little race. Newgarden couldn't make it for a three-peat. That I was kind of pulling for him.
Mm.
Y'all not IndyCar fans.
No, I am
No.
actually. My mom has a picture of her and Jay Leno in a car, like a NASCAR. I don't know, some photo shoot. They,
Yeah.
Jay Leno does this thing. Oh, okay, yeah, come take a picture with me in the car. Whatever.
Jay's a dude that everybody can relate to. I don't care who you are. Maybe that's why Johnny picked him, because he was kind of, middle
Universal.
of the
Yeah,
road.
yeah, he's very universal. He can. Yeah, everybody can understand him, kind of thing.
I like watching him because of the cars and shit, motorcycles and stuff.
Yeah, it's a shame those nighttime shows went to shit.
Man, what the fuck happened to Shane, man? He lose his mind again?
No, I don't know. I don't
Somebody
pay no
said he's
attention to
gone off
him,
the
and
reservation and he's back with Rainbow.
I don't know. Nope.
I don't know.
I don't pay attention to shit, man.
I don't either, but somebody said that they were back in the sack, I guess.
Eh, whatever. That's TC's
I think
problem.
them two troll everybody. They do this fighting and it's kind of like what the fuck, the honeymooners,
Mm-hmm. Oh
fake
yeah,
fight,
yeah,
fake fighting for the fucking getting interest in them.
yep. Oh yeah, they've always been like that. That's why I don't pay no attention to them. I don't know about that.
I hate to tell them that day of the playing that to make money off YouTube, that's long gone.
Yeah, it's not like they're monetized.
Well, you don't
They
have the
got
viewership,
subscriptions
man.
and shit. No, yeah, I'm gonna subscribe to you, fucking
Yeah.
$2.99 a month for your Rainbow Dreamer streams. Yeah, no, forget about it. Forget about that. I ain't doing it. All right, boys, I'm gonna end the show.
All
I
right,
think.
later,
Yeah,
brother.
I got to get some sleep, man. I'll be back tomorrow. I got
All right,
tomorrow
bro.
off, Memorial Day. I'll do some grilling or something, and
Cool. We'll get together.
okay.
Hey,
All right.
raccoon, check Discord.
All right, brother. I'll holler at you all later.
All right,
All
later,
right, guys. All right, later.